You'll see it'll roll your initiative and add it to the initiative turn order.
Okay. Okay, that's my hit point. Wait, what's? Oh yeah, my armor and HP. Let's send that. And what's the S16?
So that would be a strength check. So you click that button if you're making a strength check or a strength save. I need to
Okay.
reload real quick here. Be right
All right.
back.
So all right.
I'm going to step away just for a second myself. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Let's see here. That's potion heal, feed, divine fury, rage, reckless attack.
All right. So I'm back on the screen now. I'm getting my voice feeding back.
Yeah, I think I understand some of this stuff. There's my rage, divine, my feet, if I had one. I think. No, I ain't buy no feet.
Your features. Okay, so I'll go through them here. So first, you got your initiative, then your armor class. You also roll your armor class for death saves or for when you're spending hit dice. It'll roll that automatically for you. Anytime you have a save or an attack or a check, there's two numbers. The leftmost number is the number you normally use, and it normally includes all your modifiers in it. The right number you use if you have advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
Then you have all your ability scores. So strength check includes your strength modifier. It doesn't include any proficiency bonus. So like on that roll there, you rolled a 20 for a save, a 20 for an athletics check, and an 18 for a strength check. There's also a note there that has, if you're raging, you have advantage on your strength checks and saves. You got your dex, which you have danger sense, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, and then a description of your character,
Yeah, turtle.
your history, your gear.
Oh well.
Everyone's got potion of healing to start, and that's your faction
Okay.
potion of healing, so that'll go away at the end of the adventure or the end of the chapter.
All right.
Your
Keep on.
features, just for reference, your divine fury. So the first time you hit a creature on
Oh.
each of your turns, you can click that button, and on all your attack rolls, I'll roll a
Oh
regular
yeah.
attack with the Warhammer here. On all your attack rolls, you'll have the attack rolls on the top, and then you'll have your damage rolls.
Oh.
And the left one is a normal damage roll, the right one is an additional damage for a crit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and also my daggers are pretty much psi.
Got it.
Yeah. So, like I said, he's from the Ninja Turtle world, so got teleported here. Okay. I also got the wrong
All
turtle.
right, it's 10 after, so we do not have Jeremy. That means you are in, Scott.
Excellent.
All right.
So let's go through some character intros. We will start with. Let me take Araya out. You guys over. Move Trista over. Zoom in on you guys here. We'll start with Arath. Just a real brief intro for the new players so they know what you got.
Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Araf. You are all aware of the fact that I am a Githzerai mage, but while we're in town, I almost always have my disguise self up as a very tall, thin, nondescript Kondathan with a perpetual frown on my face. It's my resting gift face.
All right, and you are a Wizard 2 Conjurer. Your
That is
mic is
correct.
super loud. I don't know if you can move
Oh
it away
yeah.
from your mouth a little bit.
Yeah, but I have you on 10%.
Yeah, I have you down like 5%.
Okay, I'll see what I can do about that.
Okay, next we will go with Reese.
I'm Reese. This is my familiar Raven Jolly, and I'm here to give comfort to the dying and to the grieving, and see where I can help along the way.
And Reese is actually second level, not what I said there. There you go, second level cleric of Kellenbor. Next is Dan.
The name's Dan Gerzoni. He's a wood elf, rogue type kind of guy. He's bouncing around from place to place, picking up information, selling it to the highest bidder. But recently, he's kind of confused at why there's manticores and oozes and goozes and caves and exploding rocks and stuff in this town of Phandalin. But nevertheless, he's gonna go around with you guys, especially since there's a turtle here.
Next is Slash.
Oh, he's a barbarian, level 3 barbarian. He's from another world known as New York City. He was just chilling, playing some games with his home dog Raphael until his dumbass brother Donnie did something, and somehow I'm teleported into this world, and I'm trying to get back home.
I think you come from just north of where Dan comes from. Next is Trista.
Trista is a human female, relatively short, um, carries a bow, longbow, and originally from the tiny little town of Waterdeep.
Okay, so you guys are in the village of Phandalin, which is north of Waterdeep a little bit, south of Neverwinter, nestled into some mountains. And you have been working
Whoa.
for the town master. The town master's hall, which is just south and east of where your tokens are. It is a sturdy stone building. It's got a pitched wooden roof and a bell tower at the back, and there's a job board there. And you've completed a couple of the notices on that board: the Dwarven Excavation and Umbridge Hill. There's one more notice there, Gnomengarde, which you haven't completed. And then in addition, 3 more have been added. Butterskull Ranch. Orcs have attacked Butterskull Ranch 5 miles east of Coneyberry along the Tribor Trail. Travel there with haste to access the damage and help in any way you can. Ranch owner Alphonse Big Al Calazorn is a retired sheriff who can reward you for your efforts. If he's dead, return to Townmaster Harbin Wester with proof of his demise to receive a reward of 100 gold. I suppose you'll receive a reward either way. Loggers Camp. Deep in the Neverwinter Wood along the river that flows west toward Neverwinter is a logging camp. Every 2 months, Phandalin delivers fresh supplies to the camp, which is run by the half-brother of the townmaster. Barthen, the local provisioner, has prepared a new delivery. He needs someone to bear the supplies safely to the camp. Return to the townmaster with a notice of delivery signed by his half-brother to claim your reward of 100 gold. And then there's Mountain's Toe. And by the board is a giant of a man by the name of Don John. He looks like this. He's standing there with his arms crossed. Mountain Toe's gold mine lies 15 miles northeast of Phandalin. The new overseer, Don John Raskin, just made the trip from Neverwinter to Phandalin and needs to be escorted to the mine. There's no telling what dangers lie between here and there. Once you deliver Raskin safe and sound, you can return for your reward of 100 gold. You have also, in your dealings in town, most of these things you learned last time you played, and you've learned a few more since then. You've heard of some tales from the village. You've heard that the orcs have come down from the mountains to prey on the lowlands, and if Neverwinter doesn't send help soon, the orcs will overrun Phandalin and destroy everything we've worked so hard to rebuild. And you heard, as the Tribor Trail runs east, it passes through the ruins of Coneyberry, a town sacked by barbarians years ago. There's a ruined temple south of Coneyberry where it's said the locals hid their gold. Then, let's see, a couple more here. West of Phandalin, on the coast, is an old lighthouse. Ships are drawn to this gleaming tower like moths to a flame and are doomed to crash upon its rocks. Their wrecks must be filled with treasure. And last but not least, the dragon. Some folk claim to have seen a dragon flying through the high clouds. At that distance, it's hard to gauge the creature's size, but some say it's as big as an elephant and has gleaming white scales. So I'm going to move you guys temporarily to the map of the region so you can kind of get a lay of the land feel for where everything's at. Lots of choices. You are free to go with whichever ones you want. I would recommend, if you don't care, you go with Gnomengarde. That's the next one kind of in the escalation of difficulty. And that is right here, just southeast of Phandalin. You guys are in the town of Phandalin right here. The
Go ahead.
the other places that you heard of, besides Gnomengarde, are over on the coast is where that tower should be, like basically just due west of Phandalin. To the northeast, along the Triboard Trail, is Coneyberry. And you know there's two locations near Coneyberry. There's both the Shrine of Savris, the ruins there, just south of Coneyberry, and then east of Coneyberry is the Butterskull Ranch. And then last but not least, you have the Loggers Camp, which is along the river east of Neverwinter up here. So lots of choices. Talk amongst yourselves. If you don't have any strong preference for anything, I'd recommend Gnomengarde. But if you guys do have a strong preference, you can pick one of the other ones.
Seems like Gnomengarde's just right there. Knock it out of the way, get some gold.
Trista concurs.
I agree. Is my voice less?
Yeah,
loud now?
yeah, that came down a lot. I got to turn you back up.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Fine with me.
Awesome.
You gather up your supplies, get ready to head to Gnomengarde, and let me repeat what that quest was for you. Gnomengarde. There is a clan of reclusive rock gnomes that reside in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of Gnomengarde are known for their magical inventions, and they might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Town Master Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it. So you're going to enlist the aid of the gnomes, or at least try to get some good, useful items that can help you defeat the dragon. Gnomengarde is only about 15 miles away, so you'll get there long before sunset. Is there anything you want to do before you leave Phandalin and as you're approaching the mountain? Like cast mage armor or anything like that?
I'd like to cast Mage Armor just as we're approaching Gnomengarde. However, I was wondering, can we swing by Umbridge Hill and see if anything has taken up residence there?
You
From a
do,
safe
yeah.
distance?
Sure. Looks like the manticores have not returned yet. It's only been a couple
I'm glad
days.
that-
It's only been a couple
Yeah.
days, so they might in the future, but not yet.
Cool.
Okay, let me move you to Gnomengarde. So, do you want to have Jolly scouting ahead?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I need to do some fixes on some characters. Make sure I've got everyone controlling their own character and only their own character. I think Slash might be the only one I need to change.
Oh, of course.
Let's see. Okay, Spider. Just making it so that only you can see through his eyes. That's done. And then Trista, I think I might have already fixed. Yep, very good. Okay, so approaching Gnomengarde. You follow a stream uphill to the base of the mountain where you can hear a waterfall before you can see it. It has eroded out a natural concavity in the mountainside, and it creates a cloud of mist as it plunges into a shallow pool of water, within which rise two small islands covered with 2-foot-tall red, green, and purple mushrooms. Several cave openings overlook the pool from rocky ledges 20 to 30 feet above. You can kind of move your guys around so you can get a view of that. I think you can kind of see it from where you're standing, though. So looking down to the south, you can see the two islands, there and there, all covered with mushrooms. You see a rope bridge just in front of the waterfall, and the waterfall at the end. There's multiple ledges, and there is one path that leads up to the ledge on the left-hand side. The water's not real deep. You could pretty easily wade across it.
I want to check out these shiny mushrooms we got over here.
A close look at the mushrooms reveals that they look to be... Let's see. Do you have any nature skill, Dan?
I don't think so. I got insight and investigation.
Anyone else have nature skill? You can click your token and click your I button for intelligence, and it'll tell you if you have nature. I'll print to the screen so I can see too.
I do have a couple points in nature.
All right.
Okay, so I just basically need to
Click your token,
Yep.
and then click the I button for intelligence, I10 button.
Oh yeah, there it is. I
Perfect. Oh, that's Trista. That's religion. Slash doesn't have anything. Reese doesn't have anything. So none of you are real versed in nature. They look like mushrooms. They may or may not be hallucinogenic or edible. You're not real sure.
Can I take out my dagger, kind of like pat the tops of the crown, see if they start to spore out anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So you wade across the little river there, you do that, and they
Yep.
don't. It is
Cool.
safe.
Can I cut the right underneath the cap and pocket a few?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Got some red ones, some green ones, and some purple ones.
Take a handful of each.
So you got a footpath that leads up to a opening in the cave, in the mountain to your east, and then you got 4 other cliffs all around with openings into the mountain on top of them.
Unless anybody can fly, I suppose we should go to the footpath.
Well, I'd like to send Jolly to each one of them just to look inside.
Okay, Jolly. Move you to where you can see. Can you see through your raven's eyes? No, I don't have him with a vision. Let me fix that.
Apparently not.
Let me fix that. Thought I fixed it last time, but I must not. I saved it.
Did have it working last time.
Can't recall if your raven has dark vision too. And
Question.
make sure only you can control them. Yep.
Well, look at that. What's in there?
Okay, so you come to the first area, and inside there you hear snoring, rustling and stuff. You can see in there the floor is strewn with the remnants of old campfires. 4 side caves serve as sleeping areas, with 5 small wooden cots crammed into each one.
Those are gnomes?
And the gnomes are all asleep. There's 8 of them in total. Then this way. Oh, let me fix that for you. There we go. Okay, so you hear whirring sounds. And inside there, you see like massive windmills almost, except the blades of the windmills are very sharp looking. There's 2 of them spinning rapidly. They look like turnstiles the way they fit together with stacks of long, sharp blades spaced about a foot apart. The northern turnstile spins counterclockwise while the southern one spins clockwise. Your raven doesn't think you could get past them to see what's beyond. Set into the south wall of the western part of the room is a brass lever in the down position that you can see. And that's all he sees there.
Okay, this is to the lower left, guys, where the windmills are. Sounds like some sort of obstacle to get by.
All right, next one being over here. You see mist from the waterfall dampens this empty cave, which has a 10-foot high ledge overlooking it to the south. There are 2 rock gnomes there looking down to the cave itself. So have your raven go ahead and make a stealth check. Very good. Okay, your raven kind of stops along the wall before they see him. Now, where do you want to go? Okay.
Second, we're moving counterclockwise
So
here.
that one's just got a couple passageways branching off of it. And then the one to the north,
Finally, more
more passageways branching off of it. Hey, can you hold on just a second? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Guys, you want to go meet the gnomes first? Try some apparently empty passageways. Look at that obstacle with the spinning fans / propellers.
Could yeah.
I would think we should meet with them first. I don't want to go poking around in what's their area without their knowledge that we're here. We might draw an attack or something by accident.
I got an idea for that that fan, because fan rhymes with Dan. Dan always has a plan, because plan is an important thing to have.
And P, that rhymes with D, which stands for Dan.
All right, I'm back.
Complete circle there, buddy boy.
So you got 5 options. Which one you want to go down?
Okay, well, I don't think there's a... Can we wade through that
Yeah.
water?
Yeah, it's not very deep. Anywhere north of those islands.
North of the islands.
Yep. Like where you guys
Gotcha.
are standing, it's not too deep there.
All right. Well, I think we're still going to have to go into the first entrance on the left there.
All right. So who's going to lead the way? Would it be Slash or someone else want to lead the way, like Dan?
Who's our heavy?
Slash is your heavy. Dan's the guy who could find traps and stuff.
But I can get out quick.
Who's our charmer? That's the question.
Oh, that's a tough one. It might be Reese.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
I've got charm person. I've got charm person. It works quite nicely whenever somebody happens to see me in my actual face.
Reese is the most charismatic of you all.
I just want to punch something.
And he's even trained in persuasion.
Okay.
You win by a mile, Reese.
Well, I think we're going to go this way. I put my bird.
He's over here. I'll put him right beside you. You can climb up. That's a 30-foot cliff to climb. Or you can walk up the one to the east.
Oh, I see. There's a little path
Yeah,
there.
there's a pathway on the east one.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking maybe we should go up to that one on the east because it's an easier climb, and hopefully the tunnel systems connect.
Okay. Well, we'll try that then.
All right. Reese, go ahead and go on in. I will remove this out of your way. There we go. So there's a tunnel going straight ahead, tunnel going to the left. All right, Reese, you come around there. Do you want your Raven Ash going ahead of you, or do you want him on your shoulder, or what do you want?
I'm happy with him. Well, on my shoulder.
Shoulder, okay. So you get to the intersection here where you can see around the corner. Hold on, where you can see around the corner. There we go. And the rest of you take up your positions where you want to be when Reese gets there.
Arath, I'm going to let you get in the middle, so if Slash wants to go next,
There you go.
then I'll have you go, and then Trista can take up the rear. Because we're already cleared the rear, so if something comes up, it's going to be at a distance, and she's pretty damn good with her bow.
Okay.
Do we want Dan to be taking up the front, searching for traps and things like that?
I would think that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Front over here, or where?
Warhammer. It's a D8.
Reese was going in front, so he could do the talking.
That's all right. Send Dan up.
Alrighty. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle,
Okay,
shuffle.
Dan,
There we
make a stealth check for me, Dan.
Coming right up. It's 17.
Okay, very stealthy. You peek around the corner there, Dan, and you see into the room. You see that bolted to the floor of the room to the right. You can move your guys so you can actually see what I'm describing. Is a rotating platform equipped with 4 heavy crossbows. Mounted above the crossbows at a height of 6 feet is a chair equipped with pedals and levers. Sitting in the chair is a gnome, a female rock gnome. She is tinkering with the contraption. Looks like she's trying to repair one of the crossbows, and she hasn't noticed your approach.
Okay. Relay that information back to my friends and say, all right, boys, normally Dan's got a plan, but plan is not with Dan right now. What do we do?
I go up. I know one of you see me crack my turtle hands.
Also, those big giant crossbows kind of scam me.
I poke my head around the corner and say, "Hello, friend."
The gnome peers up over the top of the crossbow. She squints her eyes at you, not recognizing you, Reese. And
Uh-oh. I got moved.
I know. I assumed
Oh,
Reese went ahead of you there to talk to
Okay.
her. And roll initiative, everyone. As all of a sudden, the crossbow mechanism lurches into motion. All right, so I got Dan in the initiative.
I'm having a hard time. Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind.
Oh, nice roll, Reese. Let's see here. How fast are these little rock gnomes?
Oh, the gnomes. I don't know. I never played with gnome.
$20. All right, you hear the racket of the mechanism spring into life. Wrath, you see Reese trying to duck back out of the way as fast as he can. You can spring into action even before that happens. You can't see much from back there, but you know around that corner to the right, just past Reese, you hear the sound of a mechanism moving. It would take you a double move to get past Reese because all allies are difficult terrain. So, any other ideas what you want to do? Or do you want to do that?
Let's see. If it took me double movement to get past everybody, I'd actually end up in the same space that Reese is in, I believe. Is that correct?
You'd have to go past him. You can't stay in his space.
Yeah. And that involve a double move.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. I think I see this passageway off to my left here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna head up that way and see if that loops around to behind the gnome.
Okay. Go one square at a time, and you can't take your move back.
5, 10, 15, 20.
And drop your token as you go so you can see what you see. You can use your arrow keys too.
Okay. Well, I moved 20 feet and I see that I have encountered an empty room with nothing in it. So the gnome is not there.
Let's see what else. Hold on just a second. Let me see what you see in this room here.
Okay.
It's a dining room, actually. It contains several dining tables and chairs, sized for small folk. A stout wooden cabinet against the east wall holds tin dishware and utensils. But no one's in the room.
Okay. We see wooden cabinet is against the east wall. That'd be over this way, too far for me to get there. And there's a. All right. Can I move to the table and pick up one of the chairs and start whacking it on the table to make a bunch of noise?
You do. All right. After you
That's what I do.
comes the contraption shooting crossbows at Reese with blinding speed. It rotates about Let's see. It starts out, fires first crossbow, rotates 90 degrees, fires a second crossbow at you, Reese. And here goes the shots. You got cover from the wall there. First shot's a 15. Reese's armor class is better than that, though, I bet.
17.
17, nice. Okay, so the thing needs to roll at 19 to hit you. Second shot's a miss, also ricocheting off the walls down the hallway, and it is done. Next is Reese. So this gnome was squinting her eyes at you, looking at her. Make a this is a free check. Make a insight check. Wisdom. Hit your wisdom button. That's a 9 insight. You don't gain much insight about what's going on with her, but she seems to be distracted and maybe engaged in the operation of her mechanism as if she's testing it out, and she's wanted to test it out for a long time. It's almost like she cares not at all that she could kill you with it.
Okay. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
Button for that? I guess there is. There it is.
Should be, yeah. That's a bonus spell, so you're covered with Sanctuary. And you still got a standard or an action and a move left.
I'm going to come up by the mechanism and see if there's a way to turn it off.
All right. Let's make an intelligence check. And do you have any... Ooh, nice check. Do you have any... Maybe there, no, it's under description. Any proficiencies that come into view? Utensils cook, vehicles land. Huh. We'll give you a proficiency bonus for vehicles land, so that's 22 on your check. You are able to disable one of the crossbows. There's only 3 left with that check.
Okay.
After Reese is... Oh, do you want your Raven to do anything or just hang out?
No, my Raven's going to hang out.
Slash, your
In fact,
turn.
it's going to get out of the line of fire there.
Okay.
Let's see here. I can see.
So use your arrow keys so that you move 1 square at a time. There you go. That's 3 squares of movement. It's actually a soft corner there because the vertex isn't covered, so you can go diagonally 1.
What do I see?
So you see this contraption of 4 crossbows and a gnome sitting on top of it in a chair, strapped into the mechanism with feet on pedals that seem to be controlling it, moving left and right, and hands on triggers that are shooting the crossbows. And Reese has disabled one of the crossbows.
Do I have any movements left, or?
Yeah, so you started here, so it's 1, 2, or 10, 15, 20. So you're at 20 feet of movement so far.
20. So I can move one more?
I think turtles have 30. Yeah, probably 2 more squares.
I thought this was rough terrain. So it was kind of like.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Just through me.
Which one is deactivated?
Currently, the one pointing at you.
And how high is it?
It's like right about chest level for you. Well, head level for a turtle.
It's like headshot. Okay. I'm gonna run to towards the side and try to break it so she can't
Okay.
even make
You
it work
can,
again.
your choice, make an attack roll with a weapon or make a strength athletics check.
Strength athletics.
All right. So click your token and click your strength button.
Okay, we do that.
That's a 14 with your strength athletics check, and that's not quite enough to break it, but you got a really good blow on it. You think a 15 would do it.
All right.
And that was your move and your action. Any bonus actions, or are you done?
I think. Hold on. No, that'd be it. I'm gonna.
Trista, your turn.
All right. Right here, that's 25 25. And just going to step back here. That'll be 30. And she's going to try and actually fire an arrow to see if she can jam up the works on one of those crossbows.
Okay, make a weapon attack. That'll be a or an armor class 20 to do that. Not quite. It's a tough shot. Trista's done. Oh, I got Slash's initiative twice. Let's see what I should have done him on. Slash's initiative roll was a 16.
I have him at 16.
So that's correct. And then Dan, it's your turn.
I should be like last.
Yep, your turn, Dan.
All right. Well, Dan, he's gonna move 1, 2. Oh wow, you guys sure did do something here. Is this corner soft or is this one hard?
That looks hard.
Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna pull out my extending pole from my bag
Mm-hmm.
and try and jam it in between the rotating part of the crossbow machine and the wall to stop it from rotating.
Make a Thieves' Tools check, DC 15.
Dex?
Yeah. Ooh.
10.
10. Okay, so you go to slide it in there, and then the thing.
Should that be like 12? Because
It's 12,
proficiency with Thieves' Tool?
Yeah, should be 12. But you need a 15. So it you go to put it in there, the thing rotates real quick, and your pole goes flying across the room.
Oh boy. Duck!
That round's over. Arath, your turn.
Ooh, no, that's fine.
Down the hall and to the east, you can hear the contraption whirling around. You hear you guys fighting it. No sound coming in from any other way except for the waterfall outside. And you're muted if you want to talk.
Sorry, I forgot. I booked where everybody's at. Stick my head out, see that everybody's surrounding the machine. I had to pull a double move to do that, so I'll just duck back around the corner.
Okay. The machine's whirling around, shooting the crossbows again. This time it's going to be one crossbow at. It's only got 3 left, but only 2 shoot this round. One crossbow at Reese. And Slash was the next closest to disable anything. That connects with you, Reese, for 6 points of piercing.
So the sanctuary doesn't help against this.
It will, yeah. Slash, that's a 17 to hit you, which connects. That does 5 points damage. Here's a wisdom save for getting by your spell. 19. It did get by your spell.
Okay.
So that's a 17 to hit you, Reese, for 6 points of damage. So Slash, to do your damage, you click your token. And then you'll see a green circle with a 32 in it. You click on that circle and you type -5 for the damage you took. And then hit enter.
Okay.
And Reese, -6 and enter. That's it for the mechanism. Reese, your turn. 3 crossbows still functioning. 2 fired. The thing's still able to rotate.
Okay, well, I will attempt to disable another one.
All right, DC 15 intelligence check. And you get your proficiency because you're trained with land beagles. Oh no, didn't get it that time. After Reese is Slash. Slash, it's a 15 athletics check to break one. If you want to do that.
I want to climb it and try to get to her.
All right. That's a DC 10 athletics check. And it's just
I'm gonna rage.
part of your movement. Oh, rage first. Okay, you have advantage on your check.
Do I hit the rage button here?
You can. Yeah, it just reminds you what it does.
Oh, okay. So strength check, like climb up.
All right, you're up there. So that's just part of your movement. You did your move, your bonus, and you got an action left. What do you want to do with your action?
I want to grab her and
All
lift
right,
her up.
make a grapple check. That's an athletics check. Here's her dex check with disadvantage. She's strapped in, so that's a 16 of what she got. Slash,
Oh.
you do not get a hold of her. Somehow she squirms out of your grasp, but you're up there with her now.
I'm just going, yeah.
Slash is done. Trista's your turn.
Okay. Well, Obviously, shooting the arrows is going to be much more difficult than what she anticipated, but she is definitely going to try and do it again.
20 on the attack. Not quite. Not quite. After Trista, you can move where you want to. Trista, Dan, your turn.
Dan's gonna try and wrestle this machine.
Okay.
19 there, buddy.
19. Okay, so you're able to either keep it from moving next round or break another crossbow. Your choice.
I'll keep it from moving.
Okay. After Dan, that round's over. Next goes Arath. So there's 3 crossbows. They're pointed basically toward Dan, toward the western part of the room, and toward the back of the room right now.
Okay. Come around the corner. I see the turtle barbarian on top of the
You
contraption.
do, yes.
Trying to grab the gnome, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the gnome with charm person.
Wisdom saving throw for the gnome, probably with advantage. I don't know. 13 is what they got in the first roll. The wisdom bonus is none. So that's a 13. What's your DC?
That's
That is-
13.
13, okay.
Yeah.
So the gnome made it.
And I'm gonna go back in the corner.
Okay. The gnome trying to move the contraption can't move it because Dan's holding it. So then tries to fire 2 crossbows. Can only get target on one. The one shooting toward Dan. And here
Oh,
you
boy.
go. Here you go, Dan. That's an 8. That's a miss. Reese, your
Gonna
turn.
miss.
You have advantage on your check now to try and break a crossbow since the thing's held from moving by Dan. Your turn, Reese.
Okay. Let's try another attempt to dismantle. This might not.
Oh no, that's a 13, just shy.
Oh,
That was an int check?
It is, yeah.
Oh, to break it?
He's just trying to dismantle the mechanism.
Oh.
He's not trying to break it physically.
Okay, got it.
Slash.
I'm gonna do a body slam.
Gonna try and knock the gnome out with a grapple, or trying to attack
No,
it?
I'm literally gonna jump on top of her.
Okay, make an unarmed attack.
Do a suplex.
Make it just a strength check. Oh, somehow she dodges out of the way of that. Well, actually, I gotta beat you with the dex check. Let me see how she does. Dun, 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 dun. And she has disadvantage for being strapped in. Boom, boom. Only a 6, so you got her with that one. And you're gonna do 1 plus your strength. That's 4 points of damage. So she is halfway to unconscious. What else you got, Slash?
I'm gonna say, did I land on something? That tickles.
After Slash, Trista.
Trista's going to decide she's going to take a shot at that rock gnome.
Oh, the gnome. Oh, shit. Trista, okay. With a arrow?
Yeah.
Dear God, she has a family.
You're shooting an arrow at a...
I'm on top of her. What the hell?
Oh, yeah, hang on. Never mind.
Okay.
That's going to be a shitty shot.
Yeah, 'cause you're-
She is just going to hold tight here, and if anything would come down this other hallway, she's going to shoot it.
She is ready. Dan, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and continue holding the
All right, make another
the
strength check.
machine. Another strength.
Yeah,
18.
you got it. That runs over. Wrath, your turn.
I pop back out, and let's try sleep this time on the gnome. It's gonna be
Would it hit me as well?
It'll hit everyone, but the gnome's probably the lowest hit points. So you will hit with the sleep. Let's see. I don't see how you could do anyone. Yeah, you could do just the gnome and just the turtle. So roll your sleep spell for me.
16 hit points worth of sleep.
The turtle is still conscious. The gnome is asleep.
That's what I was guessing was going to happen.
All
so-
right. And roll a d20 for me, please, Wrath.
14.
After you cast that spell, tiny insubstantial motes of light circle around you, and they stay circling around you. They don't go away. They shed light in about 20 feet, bright for the first 10, dim for the next 10. So I'm gonna make you a light source.
Fascinating. Okay.
Emits light 20 feet. Started dims 10, and all players see. Save. Not that you don't need light in this. I haven't described it, but there's like lanterns hanging from every ceiling in Gnomengarde. Gnomengarde, the ceilings are about 7 feet tall and flat. The doors are wood fitted with rusted iron hinges and handles. The caves are all illuminated by hanging oil lanterns attached to rope and pulley mechanisms to raise and lower them. And the waterfall echoes everywhere. So you have this sleeping gnome, which you can tie up. You got this contraption the gnome was riding on top of, which you've thoroughly disabled. Looking south from your room you're in and north from your room you're in, you see no other gnomes coming. The sound of the waterfall is so loud, you don't think sound of the fight here would carry much beyond where like the Raven's currently at.
Gentlemen, are there any women in our party? We're all guys, right?
No, there's a woman,
Nope.
Trista.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tristan. Gentlemen and madame, there is a dining room up the hallway that I investigated. Perhaps we should take our sleeping gnome there. So when she awakes, she'll be in familiar surroundings, but not be around a machine that can attack us, and then we can engage in conversation.
All right, I'll pick her up or her over my shoulder or under my arm, I should say.
I would like to go pick up my pole real quick.
Yep, you guys get
To
taller.
wherever it flew around.
Yeah, you gather together your gear. The gnome will be awake in a minute, so you get her into position there, and she wakes up and can barely string together a cohesive sentence as she starts to talk. Just asking where the crossbow's at, what happened to the crossbow. I need this mechanism, and I need that gear, and we need to go to the storeroom. And who are you guys? What are you guys doing here? Never mind, I don't care what you're doing here. I need to go get that. I need to go get some stuff. Untie me. I'm sure you probably have her tied up, right?
I don't believe anybody ever stated we were tying her up.
Or Slash is holding her, so she can't leave until you guys want her to leave.
Okay.
Can I insight check her panicness?
It's real. She's not
Okay.
panicked as much as
Or
she's
like the
she's not
urgency?
she's not panicked as much as she's deranged, from what you can tell.
Ooh.
Well, Reese, you got your smooth talking, really set up for you here, but I guess you might as well give it your best shot.
You do. You give it the best shot you guys got, and there's no getting through to this gnome.
This Eliminator.
Can I do an arcane check on the motes of light that appeared around me after I cast a spell?
You seem to think there might be some sort of residual wild magic here.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's responsible for why this gnome is deranged. I'm gonna guess that probably the rest of the gnomes are deranged as well.
That's a possibility. Yeah.
You
Can
know,
I ask her what the what's with the giant crossbow contraption? Very impressive, I must say, when it's not trying to kill me. But what's up with it?
She goes on and on about all the inner mechanisms and workings and controls, and it can move
Yeah,
left
yeah,
and it
yeah,
can move
yeah,
right.
lady,
It can
lady.
fire crossbows, and they're on swivels so that you can hit people even if you can't move the contraption, but you can't turn it more than about 45 degrees. So sometimes the contraption slows down, but then there's ways that you can force people off the contraption, and she keeps going and going and going.
I just slammed my hand on the table.
She keeps going. It's like she's oblivious to the outside surroundings.
Can we just kill her?
Negative on my watch there, buddy.
yeah. Well, that might be expedient for us. That might engender some bad blood with the local areas.
And let's tie her up and then move on and see what other derangements are.
All right.
here.
I think Dan was your leader. So Dan, which way you want to go?
Should we gag her as well? So
I
she
was just gonna
doesn't-
say, let's gag her because we don't want her making a bunch of noise and alerting people right now.
Got
Make
it.
sure she can't roll away either.
All right. You have
Slippery
her.
ones,
You
gnomes
have her well secured.
Okay, I'm gonna Can I take a peek-see down this hallway real
Yeah,
quick?
go wherever you want.
Okay, it curves. Let's go to the end of the hall.
All right, there's a door
this
there.
corner.
A wooden door. It's got some rusty iron handle. No lock on it.
Can I hear anything on the other side?
Over the din of the waterfall, no, you cannot.
Okay.
Dan, which way did you go? You went north?
I went north, yeah.
North, north out of the room.
Okay. Just
Open
gonna
that door.
turn
Somebody
everyone
check
say
it.
opening door. It's
Okay.
this operation we're calling it. And I'm gonna open it.
All right. You guys can all take up your position. In the room is a half dozen gnomes
FBI, open up.
running around the room. They are in the process of cooking. The kitchen is furnished with gnomes in mind, so everything is either close to the floor or readily reached by tugging on an overly complicated rope and pulley mechanism. There's a gnome using a poker to stoke the fire of a hot iron stove. There's a gnome using a complicated press-like contraption to squeeze oil out of a big red mushroom. There's a gnome standing atop a low table using a mechanical rolling pin contraption to knead green bread dough. The severed caps of several big green mushrooms are set around her. There's a gnome forming the dough into loaves of green bread, his tongue sticking out as he carefully shapes each loaf like a master sculptor. There's a gnome teetering on a stool as she stuffs a big purple mushroom into a barrel so that it can ferment and be turned into mushroom wine.
Ooh.
They look at you and they say, who are you?
Who am I? Who are you?
I'm Panana.
Alright, Panana, I'm Danana.
Danana, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Who are you looking for?
That's a good question. Who are we looking for? I think we're just
We
trying to
are
look for this
looking
area.
for tools that will help us defeat the white dragon that has been terrorizing the countryside. Plus, I am a cook, and I'm interested in whatever tips you have for preparing these mushrooms.
Up and Down comes over to see you, Reese, and he says, "Follow me." And he tugs you by the sleeve, and he says, "Maybe your bird there can make some kneading marks inside some of these cookies. We'll call them
that's
raven
cool.
cookies."
Oh, I love that a lot.
Panana tells you, Danana, that
Danana.
you need to talk to Fibblestib or Dabbledop. They are our master craftsmen. If you need any kind of tools, they're the ones who can give them to you.
In which direction might they be found in?
Well, you're going to want to head down, back out the way you left, or the way you came, and then keep going south. You'll see a overly complicated crossbow mechanism. Keep going
Yep.
south. Keep going south from there.
Familiar with that.
You'll come to the very southernmost cave you get to. You'll come to a rope bridge. Cross the rope bridge. You'll have to cross by some whirring mechanisms. Hopefully you can turn them off. We'll see if you're magical or not. And then past those whirring mechanisms is the room of Fibblestib and Dabbledop.
Okay, thanks for the directions.
No problem.
What,
Any ideas to why a friend who was operating the overly complicated crossbow mechanism is a little touched?
Factory? Yeah, Factory, yeah. She can be a little odd.
A little.
Little.
Well, you guys are little, so that's probably comparatively.
I have to prove it. A little. I am.
All right. You might find her in the dining room.
Okay.
You might.
Tied up. Tied up.
Shh, just let them find her.
Oh, I'll say out loud to under my breath.
All right. Thanks for the directions and instructions. Is there anything that you need? Is there any assistance that Gnomengarde needs?
Yeah, Up and Down wants Reese to stay.
Reese, do you want to stay?
And not for long.
All right. So, Joybell and Dimple and Turvo Round and Up and Down and Panana bid you farewell and wish you good luck in your discussions with Fiddlestib and Dibbledop.
Just as a sidebar question here, Tom, did the adventure provide all these names?
It did, yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm not making them up.
All right, I guess we should just reverse order and head down.
Okay, Dan, lead the
I'm gonna
way.
drink a potion of healing here.
Go for it.
Are we going back, or are we exploring this
Yeah, let's
way, or
follow
what's through
past the
that other way?
crossbows.
Okay, here we go, here we go. Did we ever find out what's this way?
You never
Did
went
we
that
ask?
way, no.
You mean this way, meaning east? No.
Yes, to my right. East.
Do we want to go exploring through the gnomes' homes without their permission?
Of course.
Silly question. Why not?
It's implied that we have permission.
Can I ask the
We're
cooks
given directions.
what's east of this room? Up that slope?
That's a pantry.
Oh, okay.
We store the mushrooms there.
Cool. Mushrooms. I have a few. Interesting. Okay, we're just gonna go back towards the crossbow. Wherever it is.
Actually, let's ask this. Are there any properties that we should know about these mushrooms?
Good idea.
Yeah, they give
They
you a
ferment.
whole rundown of the mushrooms. I just was dropping some torches back the way you guys have came. Can you guys see those?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
great now.
So you can kind of
Thank
see
you.
where you've been.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah, they go into a long discourse on the mushrooms. And you find out, let's see here. The red mushrooms provide oil that the gnomes use to fuel their lanterns and other mechanical devices. The green mushrooms are ground into flour and used to make a tasty green bread. And the purple mushrooms are crushed and fermented to make mushroom wine, which tastes as good as it sounds.
Sounds like something only a gnome would like. Okay. Dan, you want to lead the way?
Yep. Said south of the crossbow, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go here while people follow. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Ooh, this room looks nice.
Okay, so you peek into that room. First of all, though, let's back up a little bit. So from
Yep.
here,
Alright.
let me move Reese back and put you there. You peek around the corner there and you look to the south. From there, and you can see that standing there are a couple of gnomes looking down on the cavern below them from a ledge that's about 10 feet above the cavern. And these gnomes, these are the ones that the raven saw as he was reconnoitering. They never saw the raven, though, so you don't know how they're going to act to seeing you come by or the raven come by. The area that they're standing over is filled with mist from the waterfall, dampening the empty cave, which is a 10-foot high ledge overlooking to the south. The two rock gnomes that are up there, they are standing guard, it looks like, watching the cavern below them.
Are they armed?
They are. Check and see what they're armed with here in a second. There we go. They are armed with well, no, they're not armed. They're just standing there, arms crossed, glaring down. In fact, you haven't seen weapons on any of the gnomes. The only weapons was that crossbow contraption.
Well, I'd like to go
Thanks.
down to those two gnomes and say, friends, are you on the lookout for some peril?
So, we'll put Reese right here, and everyone else take up position you want to be at, as Reese is going to go talk to him.
Kind of want to do a little ninja roll across the doorway.
Very good. Okay. The gnomes looking down on you, Reese, they say, Who goes there? One of them says that in Gnomish, so unless you, if you speak Gnomish, you don't know. But the second one repeats the same thing in common. Who goes there?
It is I, Reese, a humble priest, and my companions have come here to perhaps help each other.
Well, we have orders to attack shape changers on sight. How do we know you're not a shape changer?
Um,
That
if
isn't-
I could change shapes, that would make myself taller.
How do we know you're not shape changer?
You want to say anything, Reese?
Do you how does one show that you're not a shape changer?
That's the problem. Because a shape changer can look like anything.
It is a puzzle, isn't it?
Let's see. Who said if I was not I'd be taller if I could be? Was that
That would be Trista.
Trista? Okay, Trista, move up in there since you were talking to him. Move up right behind Reese, and then make a charisma persuasion check for me.
All right. Not good.
Bah! You are probably shape changers. Roll initiative.
Oh my god, my second one. Rigged.
Just to give you guys a heads up, by the way, I've got an electrical storm that's trudging through our area right now, so hopefully I won't lose power, but if I drop off, that's probably what it is.
Where are you located at?
Southern Wisconsin.
Very good. I'm in Kansas, so that often happens to me.
Yeah, it's actually a severe thunderstorm watch and flood warnings and everything else, so.
Okay. Well, those gnomes are quick on the draw. Ola, the gnome, goes first, and Ola will do a magic missile spell at Reese.
Oh.
So 3 missiles streak toward you, Reese. Doing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of force damage to you.
Jeez.
That's smart.
We use force because it works on shape changers, she yells. Wrath, your turn.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And just about everybody else.
Almost everyone.
With the ceilings only being 7 feet high, standing on a 10-foot tall them with all the people in front of me.
So that room is obviously a little bit higher than 7 feet.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hurt any gnomes, but they attacked my party, so firebolt. There it is.
All right. Fire streaks past you, Reese and Trista, hitting Pog, or do you want to hit? Yeah, Pog.
The one that launched the magic missile. Please.
One that launched the magic missile. Okay. Let's see here. That is a 12 to hit, which should hit, but the gnome throws up a shield spell, making its armor class 15.
Of course it does. Okay.
They are spell-casting shapeshifters, Ola says to Pog. Probably Rakshasa. You all done a wrath? Okay. I don't know why I have factory in there still. Reese, your turn.
I can't take much more of this, so I'm going over here. And then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
After Reese is Trista.
All right, so the ones that are attacking us are these guys down here, right?
Correct.
All right, the one that launched the magic missile, it can have an arrow.
We are looking at armor class 17 for that. You connect and do 4 points of damage.
Huzzah!
I'm wounded, Ola screams. Don't let them turn me into one. Anything else, Trista?
Well, gonna make it easier for other people to get into the room, so I will advance over to here.
All right, Pog, your turn. Oh, that's me. Pog will return the favor to Trista and shoot some magic missile at Trista. Da-da-da-da-da-da. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points damage, Trista, as 3 missiles dig into you.
Oof,
Ooh,
that's not good.
Trista's badly wounded. Slash, your turn.
I should quick ask, do we get a potion of healing yet from our factions?
You
at season nine?
do. Yes, you did.
Okay.
Wait, is I even pick a faction for this character? Oh, shit, I don't think so. Alright, I'm gonna try to jump. How high is this?
That's 10 feet up. Make a athletics check. Let's see, you started there.
No, I was gonna jump up and grab this one right here. Pull him down.
All right. Make a athletics check.
Oh crap. 14.
14. Here's their dex check to dodge out of the way. They got +2 in the roll. Ooh, dodge right out of the way.
Oh,
So you slide back down to the bottom of the hill right at his feet.
I go, you son of a gun, I'm gonna get you.
After Slash is Dan.
I'm gonna. Is this a hard corner or a soft corner?
That's soft.
Okay, 1, 2, 3,
That's just 1,
4.
2.
Oh, that's soft.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna take a pot shot with my short bow. Does a 24 connect?
Which one? West or east?
The least injured one.
Okay,
I
that's
haven't been
a
able
connect,
to see
yeah.
which ones. Okay. Sorry. For 8 damage.
Ooh, knocked him right down to the ground, unconscious.
Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to cunning action dash. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be it.
All right, after Dan, that round's over. Let me check something here. At the start of the round, Reese, you get a dire feeling in your gut as your raven. Let's see how does find familiar work. Find familiar. Act independent, on initiative, no attack, disappear. In 100 feet, can communicate with telepathy. Okay. One of the barrels is moving by itself and coming at me. So,
Okay.
you want to say anything or do anything?
Would I see the barrel moving as well?
You haven't yet. Reese, do you want to say anything or do anything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna shout. The barrels are moving.
With that,
Look out.
Arath, you see coming around toward you a barrel.
Oh, joy.
Ugh.
That's no barrel.
It's a mimic.
Ola was right. There are shapeshifters around.
Oh my god.
Ola, no, Pog. She backs up to here and tries to save Pog with a medicine check. No, I can't do it. I'm making it worse. Arath, your turn.
I see the barrel moving towards me,
Yeah,
and the gnomes seem to be no longer engaging in combat.
they're trying to save each other's lives. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's firebolt the barrel.
All right.
There we go.
That's a hit. 8 points of fire damage.
And if it is woody, it does catch on fire.
Yep.
It
It
does
is
that as
not
well.
a untended
Yeah.
flammable object.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
After Arath, Reese, your turn. And your raven will go right after you.
Okay, I shout to the gnomes. Found the shapeshifters. They're in the other room here, disguised as humble barrels. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is a double move. And
You are a brave soul, Reese.
I am brave. I fear no death.
All right. Did I even roll initiative for that barrel? Let me roll this initiative. That's what I suspected. Okay, Reese is done. Trista, your turn.
Oh,
and Reese, make a persuasion check for me. DC 10.
Okay.
Trista isn't going to have much of a choice here. She's going to have to use her potion of healing.
Okay. Persuader.
What is it? 1d8.
Click on Trista, and then you should see right after your gear a P-heal button. Click on
2d4
that.
plus 2.
There it is.
Reese, you persuade the gnomes.
Ooh,
Okay, we'll help, but we gotta save Pog. The gnomes say.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
After Trista is Pog, who's dying. Here's his death save. Oh, he's stable. Stabilized 1 notch. Then Slash, your turn.
So do I see Pog laying there easily?
He's 10 feet above you on the ledge, so no, not easily. But you can climb that ledge pretty easily. It's just a DC 10 athletics check.
I'm also wrapping around.
I'm gonna try and climb it.
DC 10 athletics.
Oh, athletics. Oops. Ooh, I hit Dex. Oh, come on.
No, you got it.
That's a 10.
Oh. Oh yeah, because I got +5.
Yep. That's 20 feet of your movement, and you're now adjacent to Pog and Ula.
Alright, I'm gonna stick this potion in her.
Oh, alright. He is now fully healed.
How much movement I have left?
You went 20 so far. This would be 40 to get back down, so you can't get all the way back down. You get it halfway back down, or you can just slide down.
I'll slide down.
Okay.
Whee!
Alright. Everyone, I didn't tell you this, but everyone has these little leaf icons on their tokens. That indicates you have inspiration. Remember to announce before you make the roll that you want to use it, because it's advantage on the roll, not a reroll. But if you bring someone back from the dead, I'll give you new inspiration pretty much every time, but since you already have it, you just still have it. Okay, so Slash is done. Mimic's turn. The Mimic closes on Reese. 5, 10. It's not very fast, but just fast enough to get to your Reese. And then shoots a pseudopod out at you. But a 13 is a miss. So you escape
What
being
is
grappled.
a pseudopod?
You escape being grappled by that. It's like that tongue in the picture, kind of.
Ah.
Tentacle.
Dan, your turn.
Alright. Dan's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of look at the one I shot and say, didn't I just... Okay, never mind.
Ola points.
Kind of assess the
The
situation.
shapeshifter's that way. And she points down the hall. The shapeshifter's that way.
Okay. So 6, 7. How much movement to
8,
slide down?
9, 10, 11.
I got dash.
11.
11 to go down.
Oh, you have dash, so it's only it only gets you to 9 total movement. 9 squares movement.
Wait, is this
total.
9? Or
You were 7 there, right? And now you're 9.
9. Okay, sweet. 10, 11, 12. Oh, something popped up. 13, 14. And
right.
that'll be it.
All right.
Action to dodge.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Then next to go is Ula. Ula takes position back at the top and readies. And then Arath, your turn.
I will use Arcane Recovery to get my spell slot back. And, you know what? I don't want to get in the way of the turtle, so I'll stand here.
I don't think Arcane Recovery is a standard action. I think it's something you can do during a short rest.
Ah!
Yeah.
You are correct. My mistake.
No problem.
Alright. Then I will simply, you know what? I'm going to delay until the turtle moves past me, and then I will probably move to support my party.
There's no delay, but you can ready a move. So I got you down for readying a move. And then Reese, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to do Sacred Flame.
All right, Mimic tries to dodge the fires.
It is.
He is not a very quick
Oh, it's not a very hot flame, so.
box. Took 3 points damage. Got it.
And then Sanctuary.
All right, Trista, your turn.
Trista will take a shot at the.
With
Moving
cover,
barrel.
you're looking for a 14.
Okay.
That's a hit. Nice damage too.
Thank you.
Okay, after Trista, Pog readies in case that Mimic comes around that corner. And then Slash, your turn.
I look at the notes. I go, dang. No. Is it going through an alley is double?
Yep, difficult
Yeah.
terrain. Yep.
Kind of stopped in the wrong spot.
Ah, damn, I won't be able to get past him. Get a dodge.
Move there, dodge. Perfect. Okay. We'll use this little double line through a circle for dodge. The Mimic will... What's he going to do? He's going to try and pseudopod the Cleric again. That's a 15. Nope. Reese dodges that one. Next to go is Dan. Your turn, Dan.
Gonna do some crazy maths right here. This top right corner soft again.
Yes.
1, 2 into my friend's space. 3, 4 into the Mimic space. 5 bonus action disengage to do 6, 7. Take a shot with my short bow.
Okay. So you got to leap over the Mimic and try not to touch it, right? That's your plan?
Yep.
Okay, go and make an acrobatics check. DC of 10. No problem.
20.
Get over there on the other side of
And
him
then-
without touching him. Shoot crossbow.
Yep.
Get a 17. That's a hit.
For 6, and that'll be it.
6 points. Okay. Got a sneak attack coming.
Oh, yes, I do. Forgot of it. Thank you. And another 5.
5 more. Okay. Nice. Okay, that round is over. Next round. Is Arath. Your turn, Arath.
Okay. Let's see. 5. Is this corner here?
That one's soft.
Yeah, the one
10,
next to me.
15,
Okay,
20,
so
25, 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, let's firebolt it.
That's a hit for 2 fire damage.
Woohoo!
It's very inflammable, turns out.
Yeah, well,
Arath is done. Ula is ready. Dan.
Yeah, but
The Mimic in the room with you, not the other
I
Mimic.
like where this is going.
The Mimic rolled. What did he roll? 14.
no longer
You rolled a
back.
19, and I think your passive is 17, right?
Let me check. Passive perception 16.
16. Okay. So this Mimic
Oh
comes
boy.
up behind you. You turn, you look, and one of those 4 barrels in the north is missing. The Mimic is that barrel, and he tries to entangle you with a pseudopod. But you dodge out of the way at the last second. Even with advantage, you didn't hit you. Good job.
Oh boy.
All right, Mimic's done. Next go is Reese.
Okay. Does anybody need a? No, I can't do that. I'm just gonna dodge.
Dodging. Okay. Put that circle with the 2 lines through it on your guy. Trista, your turn.
Well, that other one's still up, so another shot at it.
That's
Wow, another solid hit on it.
Another big hit.
Wow.
Okay, after
Oh,
Trista,
she's good.
they're ready. Slash, your turn.
Oh wow.
6.
Hold
You could actually do the same thing Dan did and get the other side of that first mimic if you want. It's a DC 10 acrobatics check, though. Do not touch the mimic on the way by.
up. Mm-hmm. Athletics check.
Acrobatics.
Oh, shit. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna.
You
Right.
got most. You got so many hit points. Just go for it.
Oh, nope.
No. So that means you are stuck to the mimic.
I'm stuck right there.
False appearance, grappler, attack, creature, grappled by it. Here's a small creature. Tiered and grappled. Okay, so yeah, you get to where you want to go, but you are grappled where you're at. You can escape the grapple as an action. It's a 13 to escape with disadvantage. But grappled doesn't do anything to you. You can still attack.
So am I prone or am I
You're standing. You're standing,
I'm
Just
looking
Can't
at him.
move.
but you're grappled.
I'm gonna go into rage.
Nice.
Warhammer was two-handed.
You want to reckless it?
You know what? I'm gonna do something I never did before. Divine Fury.
That's a nice one. Okay, so click your Divine Fury button. That's 12 points damage so far.
So 23 will hit.
Yeah. Your Divine Fury button is the one right after. There you go.
Ooh.
That is 18 points of
Heat.
damage. That thing is
Nicely
mush.
Done.
Only
Slash.
plus two in attack damage.
After slash. Dan, your turn, Dan.
Does Dan have a good sense of how mobile these things are, considering they just snuck up on me?
They're pretty damn slow. Half your speed, you'd think.
Oh, great. Well, this isn't going to be a great idea, but bonus action disengage to go into this corner of potentially more mimics. And short bow it. 9 for 9.
Actually glances off its tough hide.
Alright, that'll be it.
Okay, Arath, your turn.
I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Firebolt.
Oh, plus.
That's a hit for 7 fire. Next to go, Mimic. Alright. You guys are all too far away, but this Mimic's going to go after Slash with a Pseudopod. That's a miss. Then Reese, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna Sacred Flame the Mimic.
Dex save. Ooh, it dodged it.
Wow.
Okay.
You can position me where you want. Trista, your turn.
All right, so she's gonna need to step up a little bit if she's gonna take a shot at this other one. She should be able to move through Reese without too much of a problem and still have plenty of speed left and take a shot at that one.
Plunk it.
That is a hit for 9 piercing. After Trista, Pog is back. Slash, your turn.
Doing?
Dragging the dead mimic behind you.
I don't care. I'm a rage man. I'm attacking it. Doing Divine Fury again.
Nasty.
Yeah, I guess I can. Wait, as long as I'm raging, right? Yeah. Warhammer.
That connects for 6 plus Divine Fury of 4 more 10 total damage to the thing.
And also it says on here, it says plus my my class level or half. Okay,
Half, yeah.
that's why it explains as a 1
Yep.
or 2, or whatever.
Alright, after Slash is Dan.
Taking a shot at that other mimic and kind of making sure none of these get a little good idea of jumping on. It's a 19 hit
That
for
does.
13.
Got it. After Dan, that runs over Wrath. Your turn.
Nice. Come around the corner and firebolt.
That
There
connects
we
for
go.
6. After Wrath, Ula. After Ula, Mimic. Mimic pseudopod on Slash. Slash dodges that one. Then mimics Reese. Your turn, Reese.
Here we go. Sacred Flame.
Got it for one radiant.
Take that.
Trista, your turn. I'm sorry, Slash, your turn. Did I skip Trista?
No, doing it again was divine.
I think we skipped Trista.
I did skip Trista. Go ahead, Trista.
Oh.
We'll count that Slash when we get back to you for your 15 plus damage. Your turn, Trista. You there, Trista?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, what happened to my screen there? Yes. Oof. Can I get here just by going across the corner? Or do I have to go to this box and then here?
The
yeah,
ladder.
Looks like I'd have to.
Yeah, the ladder.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna take a shot at it.
Okay. 14 with covers, what you need. That's a hit for 10. And then
Nice.
Slash splashes it. The mimics are dead. The room you look around in now, it is full of barrels. Any one of them could be a shapeshifter, as the gnomes tell you as they peer around the corner. There's 10 40-gallon barrels set into wide alcoves. Each barrel is secured by a wooden brace. The barrels in the south alcove have been tapped with wooden spigots. They are full of mushroom wine.
Yuck.
The light motes are still whirling around you, Arath, just for your reference. Pog and Ula apologize for, but you understand. Those barrel things were pretty bad. And facing a whole party of barrels, that was not going to be anything they wanted to do.
I untied the mimic that's around my leg.
And if you guys wanted to take a short rest, this would probably be a good time for you to do it.
I would very much appreciate that.
I think so. That would be great because I think getting a couple more hit points back would be awesome.
If you click your armor button, the second one from the left, it rolls your hit die for you. And we'll take a short break here too. It's 34 after the hour. We'll take a break until 44 after the hour.
How do I do a short rest?
If you want to spend hit dice, you click your token, and then you click the armor 17 button for you, A17 button for you, and it'll roll a hit die for you. So that's a 10 on your first hit die you spent. Slash. Reese got 3.
Cool.
Reese got 7. All right, break time, and come back at 44 after the hour.
Okay.
Does anybody know how late we're planning on playing tonight?
Oh no, I'm 32 hit points.
Nice.
Minus 5. Bathroom. You're so.
How's everyone doing?
All right.
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, my morning game was canceled.
Morning game?
Yep. Because the DM's internet went out.
Gotcha. Ooh,
So,
it's rough.
That sucks.
yeah, we're running through the starter. The first starter.
Oh,
the
the Fandolin?
mines.
The Lost Mines of Fandover.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
The other Fandolin adventure?
Yes. I should say it's a fun one as long as you survive the first encounter.
Then I realized that I made a Batman-esque style rogue character.
Cool. What
Yeah.
race?
It's from the tomes. The elf that worships the Raven Queen.
The Shutter Kai.
Yeah,
Nice.
and he literally has a raven across his chest.
Yeah, that
Nice.
makes sense.
You know, of course, he always wears a helmet. He never takes it off that much because of his race.
Does he speak in a gravelly voice?
I tried to, but it hurts my throat.
Hey man, it's pretty hard. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I made Slash because I'm a Ninja Turtle fan, so I like this version of him.
Nice.
It's pretty hard to keep the Dan voice going on and on. But I make do.
I know your voice reminds me of old spy shows back in the day.
It's very New York noir. Yes, that's what I was going for.
Yes, very.
Yeah, my original character I usually use in Adventure League for conventions, a rogue fighter.
Nice.
So he's up there walking, tanking. It's like, damn, how's your defense? 21. Holy shit.
21.
And I picked Battlemaster. And I made this character before Soul Coast came out, so it's assassin.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice if I ever
Oh my
we ever
God.
get a surprise round.
Hey, where is everybody located?
California,
We're in California.
up north, by an hour away from Sacramento.
Okay. Which direction? North of Sacramento?
Yeah. Well,
So-
south from Sacramento.
South of Sacramento, so in the Central Valley.
Yeah, so I'm like pretty much across the bridge and next to San Francisco.
Oakland.
Yeah, pretty close. Like
Okay.
45 minutes away from Oakland.
Okay.
I used to live in Oakland. Wasn't pretty.
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, I went there once. It was a buddy of mine for Stan Lee's comic book convention a while back.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how you guys survived that traffic. I'm glad we didn't drive. We flew.
Yeah, I know. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. So,
Yeah, me and my buddy met some people out there going, yes. I met mostly all the Power Rangers, but I didn't have enough money to get their autographs.
at the convention?
Yeah, I was the first one in line to see Tara Strong. I was there 3 hours early. I ain't leaving for the back row.
Big time fan.
Oh yeah. Oh, she does Harley Quinn, Oni from the Shaolin Showdowns.
Nice.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Oh, and also freaking Dill Pickles.
I take it she's a cosplayer?
She sometimes. Oh, who? What? Her?
You're the person you're waiting in line to meet.
Sometimes she like dress up as one of her characters. Like right now, she's mostly dressed as either Harley Quinn or Twilight Sparkle.
Does she do voice work?
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
she's a voice actress.
Gotcha.
Like, have you ever played any of the like Arkham City and Beyond and Up?
No. I've right now. I just to let you know how far back in the world of video games I am. I just started playing Fallout 4, so. And before that, I
Ah,
finished. Before that, I finished Skyrim. So
well, I just finished Borderlands 3,
nice,
and I'm
very
making
nice.
I'm literally making a siren character. So she's gonna be a elemental monk.
That's cool.
Yeah, I also made Sun from from Marvel's Capcom 2.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so she's a monk druid. So she has the staff of woodland. So I can have my pet Triceratops talk to me. I go, yeah, that's right, Peter. Don't mess with my Triceratops.
What platform do you have BL3 on?
What was it?
What platform do you have Borderlands 3 on?
The X. Because
Gotcha.
that's why my brother, cousins, family members play on. I would have got the PS4, but I don't have to pay rent. No, got to sacrifice. What's the most money?
Gotcha.
If I have a
Heard
Switch.
there was a lot of like launch issues with like performance, especially on consoles. So that's why I kind of held off.
And also, I just finished Gears 4. Oh, no, Gears 5.
You play a lot of video games.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's when you're on disability for your whole life. That's all you can pretty much do.
Gotcha.
Or that, or watch Netflix, binge watch everything, or that's it.
Gotcha.
Then also when I go D&D work on my characters, I play Warcraft. I'm listening to Critical Role on YouTube.
Sounds pretty nice.
Yep. You ever heard of Critical Role?
Oh yes, very very familiar.
I even met three of the people on there.
Which people?
Oh, I'm bad with names. So it's Travis and his wife,
Okay.
and what's his face? The one that plays Fax or Ford now? No, not Ford. Yeah, the other half elf from the first campaign they did.
Cool.
Yeah, I found out he does the voice of Gara. I'm like, holy shit, it's Gara.
Oh, Liam O'Brien?
Yep.
Yeah, I found that out too. I was like, all right, that's neat.
Yeah, and Travis's wife plays Kid Trunks. I went, whoa, Trunks.
All right, I'm back.
Alrighty.
So you are pretty much cleared out the eastern caves, and all that stands before you now to get to the western caves is the rope bridge.
Oh, Christ.
Let's head
Oh,
across.
wonderful.
Dan's not afraid. He's only afraid of one thing. His ex's mother. Nice lady, but
All right, I got
strikes fear on the heart of anyone.
Okay, the bridge itself is difficult terrain, but should be pretty easy to cross. It sags at the midpoint, so it's about 15 feet above the water.
There's somebody left behind.
That's
Trista.
I'll move her. There you go. So you have no problem getting to the other side and getting to the steps that lead to the Whirlwind Room. And the Whirlwind Room, if you recall, looks like this. The room contains two rapidly spinning devices that look like turnstiles fitted with stacks of long, sharp blades spaced a foot apart. The northern turnstile spins counterclockwise while the southern one spins clockwise. Set into the south wall of the western part of the room is a brass lever in the down position.
Western side of the room would be the other side.
That's right.
Neato Corrido. Alright.
Hey, I'm a kind of speedy guy. I can try and make my way over there without, slicing up my coat.
Dan, you are a halfling?
What elf?
Wood elf. Oh, I was way off. Sorry.
By a lot of feet.
Or would it be a Jersey?
Yes.
Hey, it's a Long Island.
Hey, anybody who's got any sort of, feel free to go for it. I'm just sit here and cheer you on.
Can the bird fly through the blades, or would they potentially catch it?
They would catch it.
Okay.
How sharp are these blades looking?
Really sharp. And really
Sharp
spinning.
enough to, go through a steel rod that can expand and retract?
It might just like knock the steel rod out of the way.
Yeah. Okay.
And how tall are they?
Floor to ceiling. So about 7 feet tall.
I guess someone needs to crawl under there.
Well, they're floor to ceiling, so.
There's no getting by them. You will be cut up by them if you try and go through.
Ah, shoot.
Alright, well.
How are they being run? Is there like a mechanism that they're running off from?
Hard to tell. There's a central pillar.
Well, I ain't afraid to just run my way across. If anyone else makes it over there and I'm unconscious, please pour my healing potion down my guzzle.
All right, Dan.
It will be greatly appreciated.
You going for it, Dan?
Yeah, do I need to do like a acrobatics check?
Yeah, you take 19 points of slashing, 15 dex save halves it.
Okay, I'm gonna inspiration this one.
All right, good move.
Alrighty. Anything else that I can? Oh, all right, here we go.
Guidance. I'll hit you with guidance.
Boom.
Nice.
You make it through. You take only 9 points of slashing, and now you're on the far side next to that lever.
Is my jacket okay?
Lever.
Is my coat okay?
Your coat's all right.
I'm gonna lift the lever to the
Alright.
up position.
They spins to a stop. Now you can all freely move across.
Thank you for sacrificing yourself, Dan.
It's okay, I have a plan. I always have a plan.
So, coming around the corner and heading toward the stairs. Well, even
Before we continue, can I potion to heal myself?
yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. Carry on.
All right. So, around the corner, there's a flight of stairs that ascends to the room beyond. And before you even ascend those stairs, you can hear voices, gnomish voices, arguing over something. You hear some gnome say something about a sanity ray. Another gnome's talking about his invention he's been thinking about. That's called a straitjacket. And they continue back and forth, bouncing ideas off each other about inventions. They seem to be concerned about the sanity of someone.
Boy, aren't we all.
So you can hear that before you ever see him. So you can head on up the stairs to see him if you want.
Sure.
Standard marching order, I guess.
All right. You come into the room where they're at, and you see two gnomes arguing. And when they see you, they turn to you and they say, hey, maybe you have some idea that we haven't thought of. So, our king, Korbaz, he's gone mad. And he's holding our other king, Nurkly, prisoner. And we need to get Nurkly freed and Korbaz sane again. You guys got any ideas?
Who's this Nurkly?
Nurkly, he's our
you're
king.
Speaking of.
He's our king. And he's held prisoner by our king, Korbaz.
You have two kings.
Yes. Nurkly and Korbaz.
Okay. Well, wasn't one of you mentioning something about a sanity ray?
Right. Yeah. The other one guy said, Dabbledop says that's not going to work. That's wishful thinking.
Oh, you're Dabbledop and Flibbity Gibbet.
Fibblestib.
That's what I said.
It's hard to pronounce in common.
Yeah. We were told to come find you two.
Oh yeah? Why do you need to find us?
We're hoping that you might be able to either rig up or loan us an item to help us fight the white dragon that's terrorizing the neighborhood
Oh,
or the area.
yeah. Absolutely. We can lend you an item. You just gotta help us save our kings.
Okay.
Here, come with us. We'll introduce you. So Fibblestip.
Hold on a minute.
What?
Hold on a minute.
What?
Didn't you say that one of them is holding the other one prisoner?
Yeah. But they'll still talk to us.
Oh, do we need to kill a guy? I'm down with that.
Follow me, Fibblestip says, and he walks on up the stairs.
Okay.
And around the corner. To the door, and he steps aside at the door, and he says, he knocks on the door, and he says, "We have heroes here to help, Korbaz." You are, he says, to whoever's going to talk to Korbaz. Maybe your best persuader, maybe your best persuader might want to do that.
Yeah, Reese.
Yeah.
Here, come.
I'm in here to break stuff. And
I have here Reese. He is a champion of the gods. And he steps out of the way. Okay, go ahead.
What an
Shouldn't the
intro.
door be open or something?
He won't open the door.
Okay, so I go up and open the door.
It's locked. He says,
Dan,
Yep.
a key for this?
Let me check my pockets, buddy.
"You
Gotta dig
guys,"
around.
you hear someone from behind the door. "You guys should be careful. There's a shape changer in our midst."
Okay. I'm gonna pick the lock.
Go ahead.
Okay. Plus
So
2 for
11.
proficiency.
So that doesn't pick it. "There's a shape changer in our midst. You best be careful."
Alright, well, that was my luck.
You want to say anything to that?
We've slain the shapeshifters.
I don't believe you.
Of course you don't.
But we've got experience killing them. So, let us at them.
I thought you said you killed him.
Apparently there's more.
There's 2. I know there's 2.
Well, we killed 2.
You did.
Yeah.
Make a charisma persuasion check with advantage. Reese.
Comes charisma.
Boom.
17.
19. All right. Here, a lock and lock, and another lock and lock, and another lock and lock. And the door swings open. And there you see Korbaz looking up at you. And Korbaz looks like any of the other gnomes. And he's standing right there. He backs up from the door. And you see the room that he's standing in is... has all the trappings of a nicely appointed gnome bedroom. There is King Nerkly sitting on a chair. Looks like he's glued to the chair. Korbaz says, "Don't worry, that's not a mimic, that's just glue." And he takes some solvent out from a pouch and walks over to Nerkly and pours it on the chair, and Nerkly's free. And Nerkly says, "Thank you. He's lost his mind ever since he saw that shape changer kill one of our gnomes. You have rescued the gnomes, and we owe you a debt of gratitude," he says. He walks over to a small unlocked chest, drags it out from underneath his bed, pulls out a hat, a wizard's hat, and a wand. And he says, "These are yours for rescuing our king." So you find 2 things. You find Hat of Wizardry and a Wand of Pyrotechnics, both common magic items.
Nice.
And then Dabbledop and Bibblestib, they rummage through some of their gear, and they hand over to you as a reward for helping. 2 more things: a Clockwork Amulet, which is also a common magic item, and a Pole of Collapsing, Dibbledop says, and he looks at yours,
Ooh.
Dan, and he says, I think this one's bigger. And he hands it over.
Yikes.
All right. You
Does
guys,
that one have Infernal on it?
it's not. No, it's a straight regular Pole of Collapsing. No infernal stuff on it.
Interesting.
So you guys each have, you are all invited by the gnomes to stay for a feast in your honor. All the mushroom wine you can drink.
Gee, thanks.
Is it as good as it sounds?
It is. And it is.
Inside check.
It's not. All right. That is the end of Gnomengarde. You got 4 common magic items that you can take back with you to Phandalin. And I don't know how common magic items work. I think
Last time we all got like Ascending Stone, but that's because there was a lot of them.
they were regular magic items. I think what we'll do is we'll split them up, basically by high roll. But it might be that the rule is you can all take all 4 of them. I don't know which the actual real rule is. So I'll send out a summary though that'll have them each in the summary. So if you find out the real rule is you could take all 4 of them if you want, then you can take all 4 of them. You can always go back and change your logs, or update your logs to match.
Well, the way they do it in conventions, they go who has the least magic items.
Yeah, this is different than that. Yeah, this is different than that. Okay. That is Gnomengarde. So, let me grab you guys. Take you back after your feast. So you spend the rest of the day there. You have a feast that night. And then the next day, you head back to Phandalin. And you'll have an extended rest.
Huzzah.
And then we'll have time for one more mission.
Ooh, yeah.
So let's figure out what you guys want to do.
I would love to go to Coneyberry. Yeah, either of the quests in Coneyberry would be fine with me.
So Sabras would be a good quest.
Yeah, the Temple of Sabras. I would really like that.
Doesn't one of the quest build is urgent to go somebody who'd been attacked by orcs?
That would be the Butterskull.
Orcs coming.
The Butterskull Ranch, which was also near Coneyberry. Got the Butterskull Ranch. You finished Gnomengarde, so you get your reward of 50 gold pieces for. Oh, actually, he'll pay you 50 gold for one of those common magic items. The only one of those 3 or 4 that he wants is the Hat of Wizardry. So you guys can either keep it or he'll buy it from you for 50 gold.
I would rather keep it. I think I'm the only person who really can benefit from it.
Yeah, right. If somebody can use it, it's well worth keeping.
All right, you guys keep that. He's disgruntled and unhappy, but begrudgingly accepts his fate. Okay, so at Coneyberry, you got Butterskull Ranch, and you have, of course, the tail of the temple, which is, let's see, which one's this one? Tribord Tail runs east. Yeah, that's this tail 2. As the Tribord Trail runs east, it passes through the ruins of Coneyberry, a town sacked by barbarians years ago. There's a ruined temple south, where it's said the locals hid their gold. The orcs have attacked Butterskull Ranch, which is 5 miles east of Coneyberry, along the Tribord Trail. So, you can go to either one. You guys want to do...
Well, I think we should do the orcs because,
They're orcs.
Immersion in the game world here.
Absolutely.
This
okay.
is urgent.
This is urgent. Okay, so I'm going to grab you guys. I'm going to move you to the Butterskull Ranch. And then you can hit the
So,
Sabras right after that, no problem.
We have option
Yeah.
while we're in town to purchase anything.
Yeah, you can buy whatever gear's in the player's handbook.
Okay, because I was thinking I'd like to get a potion, another potion of healing if possible.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm putting on the map. I'll move you guys to the, yeah, you're on the Sword Coast map. The Butterskull Ranch, just a little bit east of Coneyberry. The Shrine of Savris is just a little bit south of Coneyberry.
Each one of the hexes on the map is 4.
For buried treasure, mateys.
Oh, each hex is 5. Okay.
Yeah, at least north faces upward on this map.
Yes.
Okay. So you got the Butterskull Ranch, you got the Shrine of Savris, you got Gnomengarde all done, Umbral Hill, Dwarven Excavation. Okay, so Butterskull Ranch it is.
How many days is it going to take to travel there?
Let's see, I think about 2.
Okay.
I'm going to move you to the ranch and grab your tokens.
I will need to purchase some food when we get there.
I was eating a slice of pizza on the way there.
You better fold that.
Okay.
Structural integrity.
The
New York, man. That's how you eat a pizza.
fastest and safest way to Butterskull Ranch from Fanlin is to follow the Tribord Trail northeast. The trek is about 60 miles long. You can do about 24 a day, thus you'll have about 2 long rests on the way.
Okay.
All right. So, coming up onto Coneyberry on the 3rd day, the ruins thereof. The abandoned town of Coneyberry is eerily silent except for the whistling of the wind as it blows through the settlement's burned and crumbled down structures. As you make your way through the ruins, you spot 3 unsaddled riding horses grazing near an old well. Everyone make a perception check for me, please. Oh, you don't have your tokens. Oh, yeah, you do. They're right here. If you zoom in.
Perception.
That's wisdom.
I do have it.
Dan, that's a pretty good check. 25 on the perception check. You can see that these 3 horses all bear the same brand. It is the capital letters Bravo Alpha Kilo.
B-A-N-K.
BAK.
All right.
All 3 horses branded with the BAK brand. So,
Oh, well,
do you want to
there's
try
someone
and,
who owns these horses.
do you want to try and corral those horses or continue on and ignore them?
They're just kind of chilling in the field
Yeah, they're
outside the gate or inside the gate.
they're inside the city and they're grazing near an old well inside the city.
Sure, I can try and kind of like bring them back centralized. I don't think that it'd be really bad if the horses fell down the well.
It sure would. Anyone trained in animal handling? I see Reese is pretty much the all-around guy here.
I will attempt to corral the critters.
Okay.
Let's see, what's that, wisdom?
You want to do a guidance check and then wisdom check?
Sure. That's terrible.
That is pretty bad. So with your first attempt to close in on your horses, you startle them and they kind of rush off. You could try again, but it'll burn up a little bit more time. One more failed check and you probably take an extra day to get to where you're going. But you got at least one more try.
Okay, let's see. Where's guidance? Here it is. And then
Oh,
Not getting these horses.
no. See, there's just no way to get it done, guys.
Oh,
Whoever Mr. B-A-K is, we never saw his horses.
never saw his horses. Continuing on, between Coneyberry and the ranch, you spot a cow in a field a few hundred feet off the Tribord Trail. The cow wears a cowbell around her neck.
I got a fever.
Here, Bessie.
You want to try and corral the cow?
I do not have the training for that, so I can cook the cow.
Well, me too, but let's try corralling the cow.
When did Christopher Walken
Oh
There we
man.
go. See?
5, 6, 7, 8. You got a 10. You broke 10. When you get close to the cow, you can see that she has the letters BAK also branded on
God,
her.
we're putting this man out of business.
And your 10 is enough to get the cow to follow you.
Excellent.
Your 10 and a couple apples. And the cow is your friend.
Is it a meat cow or a milking cow?
It's a dairy cow. So, you press on. Cow trotting along behind you. And you arrive at the Butterskull Ranch. Butterskull Ranch occupies a large plot of land on the north side of the Tribord Trail, nestled between two hills. Beyond a ramshackle wooden fence stand cornfields, an apple orchard, gardens, and pasture land. A path breaks off from the trail to lead to a 2-story farmhouse next to a pond. West of the farmhouse are the charred remains of a barn and smithy that have been burned to the ground. Pigs wander the fields, gardens, and orchard. Between the farmhouse and the gutted barn lie the scattered corpses of 2 orcs and 5 humans swarming with flies. So you're approaching from the Tribord Trail, right along here, basically. You can see that it goes past the cornfields, so it provides pretty good cover until this point here, where it branches off to the north, and the farmhouse is that direction, and that's where the bodies are, between the farmhouse and the gutted barn. The destroyed barn is over here.
Between the two is the pond. Which side of the pond are the bodies?
They are west, right over here.
Okay.
And let's see what else got. Let's see, rival, the farm. Okay, the farmhouse is a 2-story log building with a pitched shingled roof and a stone chimney. Its wooden doors are set with iron handles and hinges. Its windows are fitted with wooden shutters that can be bolted shut from inside. All the shutters are open when you arrive, and you hear raucous humanoids within.
Do we want to try pushing the farmhouse through the cornfield? Looks like it can get us pretty close to the front of the house.
Yep, yeah, okay. Good move. You approach, and you get right basically to the front of the house. You can hear these humanoids within. Everyone click your descriptions. I want to see what languages you guys speak. See if you can tell what these humanoids are. Without
Common,
ever
orc, giant,
Orc.
and
Okay, so they're speaking Orcish. So you might have found the orcs, and they're in the farmhouse.
And I sent Jolly around to see if there are any others.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Out and about in the farm fields, Jolly runs into no orcs. Sounds like they must all be in the houses. Or the farmhouse itself. The farmhouse itself is, let me check here so you can see. It's got a ground level and an upper level. All around the ground level are windows, kind of evenly spaced. There's a front porch and a front door. There's a back porch and a back door. And there's a door down to a cellar just outside the back of the farmhouse. The upper level of the farmhouse, again, has windows all around, kind of evenly spaced about every 20-30 feet or so. So there's plenty of entryways in. You can see silhouettes of creatures moving between floors, between windows. None of the shutters are shut, so you can tell plenty of orcs moving around in there. If you had to guess, you'd say there's a good maybe 20 orcs inside.
Oh,
Ooh.
my idea.
There are no I think if there are no panes.
The windows, they don't have panes, no, they just have shutters, and the shutters are mostly open.
Okay. I say we set the farmhouse on fire.
Remember, you're here to help the owner of this place.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of dead bodies. I'm kind of wondering if the
Yeah.
not one of the dead bodies.
Yeah, you don't know. He might be one of the dead bodies, or he might not be.
The Murder Hobo's Guide to Helping Farmers.
Burn down their farmhouse.
We're helping!
The farmhouse can be rebuilt, and
Yeah.
it seems like the most expedient way of killing all the orcs.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the farmer's tied up in the attic.
Hopefully,
so.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say the farmer might be. That would not be a big help. So,
So, if that's not your plan,
What What about you send that raven of yours up there and check it out?
Is there a way for my raven to get in the
Attic?
upper part of the farmhouse or anything like
Uh huh.
that?
Yeah. The upper floor of the farmhouse, there's windows evenly spaced all around. Looking into the place, there's a big room on the western end. There's several smaller rooms on the eastern end. And there's orcs milling about in the various rooms. There's probably a good dozen orcs on the top floor. The big western room is where they congregate. There's about four of them in there. There's about half dozen of them in there at any given time. There's a flight of stairs that come down from the big room, and there's also a flight of stairs in the eastern hall that go down. So that's why you can see through the windows of the upper floor. Through the windows of the lower floor, there's basically two big rooms, a dining room and a kitchen, and then there's a total of about half a dozen orcs on the ground floor. So most of the orcs on the upper floor.
Did you say there was a way to get into the cellar from outside?
Yeah, there's a couple doors that go down to the cellar from outside.
Well, let's try sneaking in there. I don't know. We need a trick or something. We can't beat this many orcs.
Here.
So I'm going to grab your tokens, move you over there.
Whoa.
All right.
You vanish.
Feel free to take your tokens and move all around the farmhouse, because you've seen into it, so you can see what the raven has seen. Orcs all around. The lower one is the ground level. The upper one is the upper level.
The too far. There we go.
You can move anywhere on the map. Well, don't move into the building. Anywhere on the outside of the building.
Front door is
Trying to zoom in here and just keep. There we go.
stairs going up. Stairs going up.
So we're in the cellar.
Whoops. No, we're not in the cellar yet. We're outside. This is the ground level of the.
I'm letting you just look all around as if you were the raven.
Like inside the well. Hello. Oh.
The stairs going up next to the well. Is that the front door?
That leads to the back porch. Yeah, the front door is on the other side.
So the stairs going up on the side of the building are. That's the front door.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, guys, if we can get the orcs to cluster in an area with another sleep spell, try to put as many of them to sleep as possible.
2 or 3? Not that many.
Hey, if it takes them out of the fight for 10 rounds,
Yeah.
it's better than
Well,
nothing.
it's useful.
They got a lot of HP, I imagine.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I'm thinking 2, maybe.
Yeah,
best.
if I rolled lucky, but still. Do you just want to try to sneak into the cellar and see what we can see down there?
Yeah.
I think
I like
that's
that.
our best course of action here.
Is the cellar locked?
The cellar is not locked.
Is there anything that I hear on the other side
Is there anything what?
that I would hear on the other side?
Oh, no. No sound coming out of the cellar.
Sounds good to me to just walk on in.
All right. You're going to have to make a group stealth check to approach and get in and
Oh boy.
not be seen.
Oh,
14.
boy.
The DC is only 10, so it's not that hard. Dan's got 1 success for you.
Ooh.
Slash has got
17.
2 successes.
So-
Oh, hey.
I got 17.
And Trista got a success. There we go. And Trista doesn't even have disadvantage because she's wearing leather, not chain. Okay,
Yep.
very good. Okay, so you guys sneak up to the farmhouse. The raucous orcs don't pay any attention, don't hear you. You open the door to the cellar, and you can go down into the cellar. This is down here.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Something's there.
All right. In the cellar is a man.
Human?
Wooden doors set against the north side of the farmhouse cover stone stairs leading down to the cellar. The cellar has a dirt floor, walls of mortared stone, and an 8-foot-high plank ceiling braced by wooden pillars. Tied to a chair is a large figure with a burlap sack pulled over his head. Shelves along the walls are lined with skulls made of butter and protected by a thin coating of wax.
Butterskull Ranch. It's an interesting way to transport your butter.
Psst. Hey, buddy.
What?
Who are you?
Who are you? You don't smell
Name's
like orcs.
Name's Daniel, but you can call me Dan.
I'm Big Al, Dan.
Big Al.
Get this thing off me.
Big Al, what's your last name?
Calazorn?
Ooh, okay. Just wondering. I want to be on a full name basis with people. My name's Dan Gazzoni.
Dan, make a deception check for me, please. Here's his insight check. He got 20 as insight check.
Oh my god.
You want to know my last name for a reason. What's going on? What are you trying to hide from me?
We may or may not have seen some of your livestock out in the fields.
I imagine they're scattered all over the place.
The horses aren't nearby. I think we got a cow to come near.
Oh, good. You got, what's her name?
Bessie?
Petunia, I think.
Petunia.
Let me double check.
Yeah.
Big cow. Petunia, yeah. She's my bread and butter. She's what gives us the butter, actually.
Well, let me tell you, Big Al.
Get this thing off
she's
me.
in Good hands.
Get this
I'm
hood
tired.
hot off my head. That's
Was this hood on the whole time?
Yeah.
Yes.
We got some orcs to kill. You ain't got a weapon I can borrow?
I got a rapier if he wants to stabby.
And you got like a sword, short sword or something?
I got a dagger for you.
I got a side, but my side. Can have it.
And maybe some any like clerics or healers amongst you guys. He is at 9 out of. Let me see how many points he could have.
A lot.
9 out of 57, I think.
Oh boy.
9 out of 58.
You
And
just gotta help us.
he's proficient with longsword and short sword. If you got either one of those, that'd be awesome. He'll take a rapier. He'll take a dagger.
Here you go.
I'll hand him my rapier.
Awesome. Okay.
Does anyone have potions they can give him?
Well, I can hit him with some cures here.
If only we had Aaron.
Oh, thank you. 6 hit points back.
6, and let's go for 10.
4 more. Up to 19 out of 58. Let's go. Let's get us some orcs.
Do we have any theme music to slay orcs to?
I know. We need something, don't we?
Here, I'll give him my potion of healing.
Okay.
You think it looks like you can use it better than I can.
Go ahead and click that button for me.
Sorry. Potion.
Should we pee heal?
There it is.
5 more.
Happy roll.
All right. And he's equipped with a rapier and a dagger, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to fix his attacks here real quick. Let's see, he's going to be only plus... You can use strength with a rapier, can't you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
finesse.
Yeah. Okay. So
Just people only ever use dex with it.
Be the
but
same
they
as his
forget
longsword.
They can use it.
And then his dagger will be just a little bit worse than his short sword. D4s instead of D6s.
The brother's on a sort of life stealing.
There we go. He's ready to go. All right. Let's get him. He, if you don't stop him, walks on up to the
To battle.
top of the stairs and walks over to the well and up to here and waits by the
So
front
then we
door
got-
until you guys take up
so
position.
I guess we all leave out of here.
Oh, yeah, let me move you out of there. Sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. There. And all right, so he's waiting by the front door. As soon as you guys are ready, I'm going to kick it in.
Cast
Okay. Actually, Trista is going to take up position and knock an arrow and be ready if necessary.
I take my warhammer off my shoulder. Go. Let's do this.
Oops.
I'm good.
Everybody happy? All right. All right. He kicks the door in. There's no one there, so he goes through that door. Moves on over to this door. Get in position, guys. We got some more skill. Once you're happy, he kicks the door in, and we'll roll initiative.
I'm currently reloading.
Okay.
It's almost there.
There's only 2 orcs in the room when he kicks the door in. The room he kicked the door into is the dining room. It contains 2 wooden trestle tables flanked by benches. Cattle skulls on the walls add to the decor. There's a flight of stairs that lead up. There's a privy, door to a privy, or maybe a pantry. And I got everyone's initiative, including him, including the veteran. I'm missing one player.
Yep, that's
Must
me.
be Dan. There we go. That's a good roll, Dan.
Nice.
Oh, finally! I only roll 1s or 20s. What's
You
up
are
with
first,
this?
Dan.
Alrighty. Is the door knocked
The
down?
door is knocked down.
All right, FBI, open up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not a pretty face. 4, 5. Bonus action, disengage. 6, 7. Shoot him with an arrow.
Okay.
19 for 7.
That hit. 7 damage. Got it. Next
That'll
after
be
Dan.
it.
After Dan is the orc. The orc in the back of the room charges after Dan. 2, 3, 4. Swinging that big orc axe of his when he gets to you with his great axe. That's a miss. Smashes the side of the window out with a swing of his axe. Veteran's turn. Big Al. For Petunia! He cries. Multi-attacking with his long sword. That's a miss, long sword. That's a miss, and his dagger. Holy cow. 1, 2, gets out of the way, you
Obviously
guys.
Still tired.
Yeah. Slash, your turn.
Again.
No. I went. I think I look more sexy. I hit him with a warhammer.
That's a hit.
Yeah, you did.
10 points damage, drops him. What else you got, Slash?
Let's see. Bonus no, bonus action. I'm just gonna run up to this guy. You go.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, after Slash is Trista.
Trista's gonna shoot that guy.
All right, Trista, you're looking for armor class of 15 with cover.
Alright.
That's a hit for 4 damage to the orc. Finish your move where you want, Trista. Then Arath, your turn.
Then 5, 10. This is the orc here.
That's your orc. The only one left.
15, 20, 25. Does he does not receive any cover there, I'm assuming?
You are 0 cover now.
Firebolt.
That's a hit for 1. -1. For those of you playing with me for the first time, this is how I do cover. Per the rules in the DMG, page 251. Same rules as 3.5 used and 4.0 used too, if you are familiar with those. Okay, Arath's done. Reese, your turn.
Okay, we'll move in. So there's still an orc.
1 orc left.
All right, take that.
Sick flame through radiant. Dex save to negate. Dodges it.
Oh,
After Reese, that's into that round. The orc's crying out for help. You hear other orcs taking up weapons and stuff. And you think the ones in the western room are joining the fight. I'm going to roll their initiatives. And first to act is Dan still. Go ahead, Dan. Holy cow, then every orc.
Oh, goodness gracious. Looks like I'm gonna try and boogie. Gonna do bonus action disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fire off a shot. There's a 18 hit.
Oh, yeah.
And throw down some 12 piercing.
Dropped him.
nice.
And then finishing my move, 7.
As Dan moves away from the door, shoots the orc behind him, the door splinters and crashes open. A huge orc rushes through and brings his great axe down on Slash. 18 slash to hit you for 5 points of slashing damage, ironically.
Could have been a lot worse with the great axe. Oof.
Orc is done. Next orc to go. He's coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. He wheels around his great axe on Reese. 19 Reese for 12 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
The last of the orcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Reese, he provoked from you doing that move. Got any melee weapons in hand you can hit him with?
Sure.
Let him have it.
Think so.
Teach that orc a lesson.
There it is. Take that. You
Oh my goodness.
zero.
For 0 damage if you hit. The orc then swings at Slash with his great axe. Oh my gosh, critting your turtle. Sticking his great axe deep in the turtle's shell for 19 points of slashing damage. Slash.
Time to rage.
The orc is done. The veteran's turn.
Oh,
He attacks the orc by Reese with his longsword. Orc's armor class 13, so that's a hit for 11. The orc's still there. Longsword again. That's a miss. Short sword. Another miss. Orc took 11 from those 3 attacks. And he is done. Slash, your turn.
so I go in a rage, and I'm gonna use the one in front of me with my two-handed warhammer and doing on fury.
Northwest or south of you?
The one in front of me. Like,
Northwest or south of you? West, okay.
oh,
That's a
so
hit.
2 hits. So, hold on, where's the
9 plus 4 is 13 damage to that guy. Got it. What else you got, Slash?
Yeah.
All done? Trista, your turn.
All right, this one here, no
Okay.
cover. So you know something? What the hell? Let's shoot it.
Oh,
Ugh.
just missed by 1.
First missed.
Wrath, your turn.
I am going to drop a sleep spell on this one and it's a 24 radius, right? So that can
Radius.
Yeah.
Go ahead and drag that where you want to center it.
let's center that right there.
Okay. Yeah, just
Me, I'm gonna go to sleep.
get them all.
Yeah.
But I choose who I choose
You don't.
No,
it
it's
goes
hit
lowest,
points.
lowest hit points first.
lowest hit points first.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 32 hit points worth of damage.
You can't
See you
cast
later,
that.
guys.
You can't cast that on your party if they don't want you to. Unfortunately, it's kind of like a fireball.
Yeah.
So you want to drag it to where you're not affecting the ones who don't want to be affected. Let's see. If Reese doesn't want to be affected, Slash is going to go down 2. You could get Reese and the veteran out of it.
I kind of like having the veteran fight for us.
Yeah, I don't want to drop him either.
You could get Trista out of it. If you move to there, one orc will still be in it. Out of it.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Let's see. I don't think you necessarily. Arath would have to agree to it, and Slash would have to agree to it. It's not a good spell in this case. everyone who would be affected it has to agree to it. Slash, you want to get slept?
Oh, shit.
You can just say
You're
no.
currently raging, so
You can just say
you'd
no.
probably lose it.
I really don't want to lose rage, but I'll take a hit for the team.
Okay, Arath, you ready to go sleep?
Yeah, I'll drop it on myself. That's fine.
Okay. You got 32. We got a 4 hit point orc. He's down to sleep, leaving 28 left. Got a 2 hit point orc. He goes to sleep, leaving 26 left. And then next lowest is Slash. He goes to sleep, leaving 22 left. And the next lowest is Wrath. Goes to sleep, leaving 10 left. And Dan is over 10, the Orc's over 10. So that's it. Those 4 people go to sleep. The ones with the S's on them. That is it for Wrath. And Reese, your turn. So sleep spell for you guys' memory. Arath would have told you about this in the many days you traveled together. It will. Oh, let's see. Some of you might be. No, none of you are elves, so none of you are immune.
I am.
But you weren't in it, so you're good. Okay. Is an action to wake someone, or you can just damage them. So if you have like a magic missile, you could wake 3 people up at once. All right, Reese, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You got one awake orc. The other 2 are sleeping.
Yeah. I am going to channel divinity path to the grave on the one awake orc, so that the next attack that hits him, the orc is vulnerable to that damage.
Nice. Creature you see till the end of your next turn. Next time you or an ally hits creature with an attack, it's vulnerable to all that attack's damage. Ooh, Dan.
Nice.
Dan.
Somebody
boy.
is able to do lots of damage.
Your turn,
Please
Dan.
Hit it.
All right. Is Slash tech for sneak attack? Do they have to be awake or just nearby?
They have to be awake. They have to be threatening.
Oh, well, okay. So better
13 hit.
does. Okay, it does.
14 points of
for-
damage.
Okay.
Almost got him. He's got 1 hit point left.
Oh, of
Sneak
course.
attack, sneak attack.
Sleeping.
I can't activate sleep.
And he charges you, Dan.
Oh boy.
Madly raging and attacking you with his great axe. 15 to hit.
Yep. 6.
6 points of slashing. He's done. The veteran's turn. He comes chasing after him to there. Swings his longsword at him. Longsword. Short sword.
Ooh.
Got him
Okay.
with the 3rd.
Shank.
Dropped him. And then you guys can finish off the last 2. You don't know if that will draw any attention from upstairs, so you might only have a few rounds to do stuff. So you wake up your friends. If you want to take any healing spells and or any potions, you can do that real quick. But you don't have time for a whole lot of stuff, so just keep it a couple rounds.
Whatever. I'm up.
That was a nice nap. Oh.
I'm bleeding. Blood.
I'm gonna have to cure myself.
All right. Any other curing? Now, do you want to take the fight to the orcs or wait for them to come to you?
Press the advantage. Give them no quarter.
Hey guys, I can cast grease on the stairs, and if we can draw them to us, they might stumble down the stairs.
Nice.
That sounds fun.
All right. Grease them up, says the veteran, and takes up his position.
They are greased.
And let me click your guy and see what grease does. Okay. 10-foot square. Difficult terrain when cast. Each creature in area, deck save or fall prone. Enter in, deck save or fall prone. Very good. Everyone take up your position. You hear orcs coming down the stairs.
Cheeky breaky.
1, 2, 3. Deck save for the top guy here. He comes sliding down the stairs there prone.
Huzzah!
Deck save for that guy. He holds his feet. And then that's where we'll start initiative. Okay, roll initiative, everyone.
Here we go. Ooh, 18.
Man, it's 321s this time. I don't know how I'm doing that.
Okay, Arath, you are first.
Firebolt on the ones on the ground. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. There we go.
Oh,
I'm
8.
assuming 19's gonna hit.
8 misses, unfortunately.
Oh, because it's ranged and he's prone.
He's prone, yeah.
Gotcha. No problem.
Okay, after Arath, Reese, your turn.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame deck save for the prone guy. He rolls out of the way of the Sacred Fires.
So good.
Take up your spot you wanted to. He stands up. He turns on your veteran. He swings his great axe at him. He hits him for a solid 14 points of slashing.
Ouch.
He's done. Slash, your turn.
Oh, crap.
Kill him.
Oh, your rage would have ended.
Yep. Oh,
You can re-rage if you want, though.
I'm gonna rage. So I can take less damage.
Raging up.
And with Divine Fury.
21, nice. 8 points of damage plus 4 more is 12 points of damage to that orc. Got it. After slash, the orcs go and...
Oh, crap.
Let's see, where's that grease? It is enter, end. Okay, so he ended and he made it, so he's able to leave. 1, 2, 3. He comes there and attacks the veteran with his great axe. Missing. And then the next orc is entering. So he's going to have to make his deck save. He made it. He comes there, attacks your veteran, misses, Big Al, and then the last orc, deck save. He comes here, slips and falls, and stumbles all the way down to the bottom of the ground there with a double move, and he's done. Prone at your feet. They are done. Dan, your turn.
Gonna peek up here. Gonna shoot at the one directly to the right of slash. Right like that. It's a 15 hit
That's a hit. Just what you needed.
for 12 damage.
Dropped him.
I'm scooting on back.
Trista, your turn.
Okay. So, she's just going to take a shot at this one.
All right, fire away. 13 with disadvantage. 9 does not hit. And then finish your move where you want, and then that round's over. And then Arath, your turn.
I am going to spend my inspiration and firebolt the one on the ground.
All right, straight up attack. He is armor class 15 with cover, so that's a miss. After Arath, Reese, your turn.
Let me check what this thing does. What's the Word of Radiance?
It's a 5-foot radius, and you can target creatures you see. So if you were standing where the veteran was, you could get all 3 of them, but if you're standing to the southwest of the veteran, you could get 2 of them. All right.
Like
Then
that.
we keep the 5, 13 con save negates, 2 con saves, 1, 2. Both of them take 5. Boom and boom. Okay, after Reese, slash. Oh, prone guy grants advantage on melee attacks.
Yeah, I'm saying, is he prone still?
Yep.
Yes.
Warhammer!
16's a hit.
That was reckless.
11 plus radiant, dropped him.
Nice.
Slash is done. You can finish your move where you want, Slash. Orc's turn.
Ah!
Alright, Orc's attacking your veteran with his great axe. 24-5 to Big Al. Big Al's down to 5 hit points. The last Orc. Attacking Big Al with his great axe. 19 for 10. Big Al goes down.
Big Al, no!
Orcs are done. Dan, your turn.
One, two, three, 4. And 5, get a nice good old shot on this guy directly in my south.
13 to hit.
Does
That's a
that-
hit for 7 plus 4 is 11. Dropped him. Pinned him to the wall. Finish your move where you
And
want.
that'll be it.
And then Trista, your turn.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to move back down here and shoot at that one.
15 with the cover. That's a hit for 6. Finish your move where you want, and then that round's over. And then Arath, your turn.
Yeah, I can't really move any place where the guy is not going to cover. So, yeah, just already a firebolt. Here, I'll move here, already a firebolt, and blast him as he comes directly south of me.
Reese, your turn.
Sacred Flame.
Dex save for the Sacred Flame.
1.
Made it.
So close to that.
Slash, your turn.
So is there grease right here
No, it was the two. No Reese there.
on the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Warhammer, two-handed.
Oh, crit. That's going to be a lot of damage. That's 16, 17, 18, and 9 is 27 points of bludgeoning damage. That orc, you crush his skull in, and combat's over. So you guys can stabilize Big Al, or do you want to heal him?
Yep. We want to heal him, I think.
Gonna tap myself so I can stay in range just in case.
You're going to what?
I'm gonna try to keep myself in rage.
Oh, no, I don't let you do that. Sorry.
Damn.
You can't inflict damage to yourself to stay raging.
Does anybody
Okay, just my-
ability to heal Big Al here?
I've used all my healing.
Medicine check, anybody got a potion?
Well, I've got a potion as long as... well, I'll just give him my potion. That's
All
fine.
right, roll your potion for me.
I know I should've bought some.
Heal.
Oh, 10, nice roll.
Whoa!
Mac.
Big
That's
Al's-
a max.
Big Al's back.
Hey, Big Al.
Oh, man. That hurt bad. There can't be many left, though. Let's finish this. You with me?
Oh yeah.
Gotta get up the
Upward?
greasy stairs.
Maybe we should go up these other stairs. Follow me.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'll dispel the grease, but that's fine.
All right. Okay. Unless one of you wants to go first, Big Al will go charging up the stairs.
Go ahead, Big Al.
All right. He goes running up those stairs, up to the next floor. Gets to there. Everyone take up your spot where you want to be.
Can you drag us?
So, yeah. Let's see here.
Because it's currently
Dan,
blind.
you'll be right there. Slash will be right there.
Oh,
And then the other two, I'm going to put you just off the map. Or the other three. Basically,
oh, mother.
you three are, like right behind Slash.
All right.
Yep.
You three that are outside the building. Right behind Slash on the ground floor. All right. Roll initiative, everyone.
Oh.
It's a lot of 6s.
Just gonna say this is not the Descent to
I
Avernus game.
forgot I had
All right. Big Al go rushing up. The first orc steps up to Big Al, swings his great axe at Big Al, and misses. Trista, you're down at the very bottom of the stairs. You can just see that orc up there. He's got cover. Armor class 15
Al.
to hit him.
I will do the shooting them.
Okay. And furthermore, Trista, that's a hit for 9. You are a human, so you don't have enough movement to get past that clobber of people on the stairs. Okay, so
Nope.
you're done. Then the second orc goes. He moves to here and swings his great axe at Big Al. Another dodge on Big Al's part. Reese, your turn. So Reese, you can see the one at the top of the stairs and the one that's kind of leaning over the railing by Dan. So you got 2 targets.
Where am I?
You are like basically effectively like there, but on the ground floor.
Oh, okay.
But you can see the one northwest of Big Al and the one southwest of Big Al.
Okay, take that.
Sacred Flame southwest of Big Al. That's a 13 dex save, which he makes.
Dang.
Put Reese back in order there.
You're very wise.
Orcs. Then this orc comes to Big Al and swings his great axe. Big Al dodges again. Big Al's 3 for 3. Dan, your turn. You can hit the one to the west of Big Al, the one to the west of you. You can move.
Okay. I'm going to disengage so
Okay.
I don't get 3 attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice.
I'm gonna pick off the southernmost
Southern one. Okay. 22 hit.
22 for 10.
Dropped him. Good shot, Dan.
Wait.
After Dan, Arath. Okay, so Arath, you were. Let's see. Reese was there. You were there. Yeah, you were there. So that is actually basically, if you go 1, 2, you'd be through Reese. Then 3 between Reese and Trista. Then 4, 5 into Slash's square. 6, 7 to the square south of Slash if you want. But from here, which is just north of Slash, you can see the 2 orcs to the west and northwest of Big Al.
Okay, I can't see into.
So you're there, but on the ground floor. You can see the 2
Gotcha.
orcs to the west of Al.
These 2.
Yep.
Okay. Firebolt, the one that's right next to Al.
Okay, you need a 15 to hit him. 20. Nice for 7 fire. Okay, after Wrath, Slash, your turn, Slash.
I'm gonna rage.
Let's see here, you were there. So you probably want to rage before you move, just in case. You started here, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to Big Al Square. And then 5 to there, which will provoke from the one northwest of Big Al. Swings his great axe at you. And misses. And then your attack is a 12 to hit the one west of Big Al. That's a miss. After Slash, the orcs go.
Can I have inspiration?
The last of the orcs comes to here and attacks Slash with his great axe. That's a miss. That round's over. The orcs in the rooms to the east haven't joined the fight yet. Trista, your turn. Okay, so Trista, you're basically you're effectively here. From that spot, if you move south of Arath 1, you'll be able to see the 2 at the top of the stairs.
Okay, so
it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 20 feet of move to get there.
To here?
Yep.
Yep. And if I take another step here, I can
30 feet of move, and you can see everyone.
All right. Well, I guess. Oh, so I could hit any one.
Yep. All 3 of those orcs.
Well, let's do that guy right there. He looks squishy.
Oh, that's a crit. Did you say the one northwest of Al or west of Al?
This one right here.
Northwest of Al. Okay, so that's 7 points of damage to that one. Got it. Oh, actually, it's only 4 plus 3 because you have disadvantage because you're adjacent to a melee guy.
Yep.
Okay, so after Trista, Orc's turn. Orc here, swing his great axe on Big Al. 23 for 7. Big Al staggered, but still standing. Reese, your turn.
Oh my god.
So Reese, effectively you're there. It'd be 1, 2, and 3 for 20 feet to get just north of Trista if you want. But from there, you can see the 2 orcs at the top of the stairs, if you don't want to get any closer.
move me closer.
All right, so there you are, 20 feet of movement, and you can see everyone, all the orcs.
All right. Well, for now,
Sacred
this
Flame,
is
deck
what I'm doing.
save. Got him for 2. I'll take the one west of Big Al for 2. Got it. After Reese, Orc's turn. The one west of Big Al swings at Big Al with his great axe. 12 drops Big Al.
12 connects.
Ah,
Yeah, he doesn't have any armor or anything.
Oh.
And his dex is only +1. Okay, Orc drop Big Al. Dan, your turn.
The one right north of Slosh.
All right. 12 does not hit.
And then can I action well, I'm just gonna dash my way all the way over here with my movement and cunning action.
Wrath, your turn. You can see the two at the top of the stairs. Firebolt,
Yeah,
you need to hit armor class
Firebolt
15 with
that
cover.
one.
No, not quite. After Wrath is Slash.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the one in front of me with a Warhammer and Divine Fury.
Oh no.
Damn it, Nish. Yeah.
Finish your move where you want, and then the Orc's turn. The one to the northwest of Slash is going to swing at the Turtle. Missing. Then Trista, your turn. Trista, you can see every orc in the room.
oh, goody.
Everyone, don't forget your inspirations.
Yeah.
Can't take them with you.
I'm gonna. Yep, I think I'm gonna. This one's the lowest right
Yep.
here, so I'm gonna take a shot at that one, and I'm going to use my inspiration.
All right. So this will be a straight up shot.
Yep.
23 is a hit. 9 points drops him. After Trista is the orc here.
Can I move without? Because this one's still down for me, correct?
You could move down the stairs, but if you go up the stairs, you could be in
Right.
Big Al Square.
Nope.
But if you
I
leave,
actually want to go.
but if you can, you want to do that? You'll provoke.
Oh, nope. Then I'll go to here.
Stay to Big Al Square. Okay. All right. You were standing over Big Al. The orc's turn. This orc he looks back at Dan. He looks at Trista. He looks at Dan. He moves to there, provoking from you, Trista.
Oh, nice. Thank
But
you.
you only have a bow, don't you? So then he goes to there,
I only have a bow.
swings his great axe at Dan. Oh, Dan. That's the luckiest damage you ever got. 10 points.
1 HP in a dream, boys.
That's every HP you need. Reese, your turn.
Here,
Up the stairs. Here we go.
I'm on the one closest to Dan.
Closest to Dan. That is a dex save. You got him for 6 radiant. Then Dan, your turn.
I'm gonna Dan my ground. And I'm gonna drop my bow, take out both daggers, and attack him a few times.
Okay. 18 hit.
18 is for 4.
4. Oh no.
Oh, don't like to see
close. A
that.
wrath.
Love to see it when it happens to me.
Your turn, a wrath.
Come up to here. Firebolt the one. Dan.
All right. 13 is the armor class. 20 hits, dropped him. See, Dan? Not a problem. Slash. Your turn, Slash.
I'm gonna use
1
my inspiration.
HP.
So I get advantage.
Yeah, you do. That's a 24. That's a hit. Good use of inspiration for 13 plus. 3 more is enough. Dropped him.
Yay!
Where did Big Al drop out? It was even in the initiative. What happened there? All right, Big Al.
I think you just went up there and was a meat shield.
He attacked once, didn't he? No, he never did. He dropped right away. Okay, so we'll say he's just freely stabilized with 1 hit point then, since I must have somehow not had him in initiative. So he gets back to his feet, staggers back into the room. You guys can hear the orcs coming out those doors. Take up what positions you want.
The doors down the hall.
Yeah.
Just gonna be back here and neener them.
Trista, you sure you want to stand there? There you go.
I was actually just gauging and moving where I want to go. So
I was standing right here.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's a good spot.
Slash,
Those
if you want to
provokes.
retain, you were raging, right?
Yeah. I'm
So if you want to still be raging, you can go and smash one of those doors open. You'll just start adjacent to the door.
I can't smash one of the doors right here. Ah!
So no raging.
Yeah, I'm still right. Wait.
If you want to rage, you start there. Is what I'm saying.
Oh.
You got to press the advantage, smash a door in, have an orc in your face,
This is gonna be
or
fun.
not rage and back up.
Well, where's the door? I'm so confused.
You
Oh,
good there?
Right there.
All right, bust through the door.
All right, very good.
Yeah. Hello, boys.
Roll. Let's see. Let me clear the initiatives. Okay, I'm gonna roll initiative.
I picked up my bow and everything too.
Very good. All right, those orcs. Did I roll for Dan this time? Yes, I did. He's there. Okay. Ooh, nice rolls, everyone. Dan, you're first. You can see orc to the north door, orc to the south door.
I can see them.
Armor class 15 for either one. They are adjacent to your
Okay.
ally.
Yeah, sure. 15.
Hit north or south.
Let's go south for 10.
10 damage south.
I just can't see them with my shadows, but sure.
Yeah. Dan's done. Trista, your turn.
Can I see this one right here?
Yeah, fire away.
All right.
12 does not connect. Slash, your turn.
I'm gonna hit one right here in the north.
All right.
Divine Fury. That going? Nope.
Oh, you used your inspiration, right? Let me take that leaf off you.
Yeah.
All right. Slash is done.
You're
Orc's turn. The orc up here comes 1, 2, and then 3 into the hall, and then swings his great axe on Slash. 12's a miss. Reese, your turn.
I love being natural.
Sacred Flame, I'm assuming the one to the south door. Dex save on him. Made it. After Reese, Arath, your turn.
I like to use the Hat of Wizardry and cast True Strike on Slash.
Alright, let me look up True Strike really soon. Really quick. True Strike.
It gives you advantage on his next attack.
Is that 2 words? True Strike. There we go. Alright, range is 30 feet, 1 action casting time, and the Hat of Wizardry. Is that free once per long rest? Is that how that works?
That is
I think so.
Where cast wizard cantrip you don't know. 10 Arcana check, please.
The intelligence.
Got it. Alright, True Strike is up. Your magic grants you a brief insight into target's defenses on your next turn. Oh, shoot. No, you cast it on a creature you want to have advantage on. So it only works for you. You point a finger at a target in range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses on your next turn. You get advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided the spell hasn't ended.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, hi, orc. I'll cast it on that orc, and then I'll step back.
The one to the east of Slash?
The third one that I can see, that is correct.
Okay, after your turn, Arath is the... he steps up there, and he readies... shoot. Slash can't get out of that. Yeah, he can. He can go around the corner. He goes there, he readies. Draw him out, Slash! He's ready to attack. Okay, he's done. Orc's turn. The one to the south of Slash swings his great axe at you, Slash. 15 missed. Then the one to the north of Slash swings his great axe at the turtle. Boom, boom. 17 hit for 5, which is only 2 after the rage damage reduction. They're done. Rounds over. Dan, your turn.
How hard's this shot past my my friends?
It is armor class 15 for any of the 3. You want north, south, or middle?
Middle.
Middle. 10's a miss.
Gonna miss.
Trista, your
That'll be
turn.
it.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can get a better position.
You can do north or middle. Armor class 15.
Let's get this one here.
Middle. It's always good to tell me verbally because I normally don't
Oh,
necessarily see the pings. Plus, it saves you having to switch your tool. Okay, Trista 14 missed by 1. Slash your turn.
Alright. Warhammer. And Divine Fury. Please hit this time.
Oh, wow.
That's a beauty.
That's a nice hit. Down he goes.
So now I'm gonna, then I know I'm probably gonna get a chance to hit me, so I'm gonna move to the side right here.
Okay. Yeah, 2 attacks opportunity. Great Axe 1's a miss. Great Axe 2's a miss. Good job.
Heads off.
Good job. Slash. Reese, your turn. Sacred Flame north or south? If that's what you're doing. You're muted if you're talking. 13 deck save. Here we go. Oh, they dodged again. Get back, Reese, says the Big Owl. Big Owl stays readied. Orc's turn. Here comes the Orcs. Boom.
I think you
Boom.
skipped me.
Boom. Okay, go ahead, Arath.
Well, the guy's in my face, so let's.
Well,
firebolt him.
he was there on your turn.
Okay, I can't see him, so I will pull
Armor
back and then I will ready a firebolt for the first orc to come through.
Fire away. He's coming through. Armor class 13. Got a straight shot. That's a hit for 5 fire. Dropped him. Then the last of the Orcs comes through to there. Ready longsword attack on him is a miss, unfortunately. And then he attacks Slash with his Great Axe. Oh my gosh, 23 for 14, only becomes 7. Slash is down. He's done. Round's over. Dan, your turn.
Gonna take a clear shot at this one. 14 gonna connect.
Yeah, 8 plus sneak. 8 is 9. Got it. After Dan, you move where you want. Dan, Trista, your turn.
All right, taking a shot.
Straight shot. Armor class 13 is a hit for 9. Dropped him. And you move where you want. Finish your turn. Slash death save. Click your token, and then click the A17/H32 button. Oh my god. Slash is dying fast. The turtle's shriveling up as you look. That's 2 death save failures with that one. Reese, your turn.
What's a stabilize?
It's a medicine check, DC 10.
We'll give that a go.
Healer's kit, it's automatic if anyone has one.
I get a bonus with my herbalism kit.
Boom.
But hey,
He
there's
is
21.
stable.
Oh, 1 HP.
Ooh, that was close. The Orcs are dead though. Big Al has 1 hit point. Dan has 1
I
hit
have
point.
1 hit point.
Slash has 0 hit points.
Oh.
Alright, so you guys hole up in the farmhouse. There are no more orcs to be found. Big Al is sad to see all his farmhands were killed. He was captured.
At least we have the cow.
You have Petunia. And Big Al goes to his office. I think this is his office. Yeah, he's got desk buried under stacks of ledgers and papers. A small sack under the paperwork. Contains 65 gold, 145 silver, and 220 copper. He hands that over to you guys. Then he goes to what's this room? Bedroom. His bedroom. There's a large bed, a bulky cedar wardrobe dominates the room, which also has framed paintings of landscapes hanging from the walls. He opens up a secret compartment at the bottom of the wardrobe. Stuffed inside the secret compartment is a suit of mithril chainmail.
Wow.
He pulls out the mithril chainmail and he hands it to you, and he says, "This is for finding and bringing back Petunia, my prize cow."
Loves that cow.
Yeah, that's the Butterskull Ranch's bread and butter, or butter and butter. All right, that is the end of Butterskull Ranch. And we don't really have time to finish the next one tonight, so we'll have to stop there. There's 2 different adventures there. You can take a level up on both. I'd recommend if you are less than 3rd level, you take as many as necessary to get to 3rd level. If you are 3rd level, I'd recommend you don't take either one, but it's all optional, up to you. I'll give you a summary probably tomorrow morning first thing.
All right.
So, quick question
Yeah.
for you. Chainmail, is that something that we can use during the course of this adventure, this campaign yet, or...
So, the way magic items work is, we gotta split up these magic items. Okay, so I think you each can take every one of these common items. But in case you can't, we're gonna roll off. And what else we got? We also got the mithril chain shirt. Anyone can take the mithril chain armor. Since your 1st level, you can only have 1 magic item. So if you took the sending stones before, you just drop the sending stones and take the mithril chain armor instead.
I can't take it anyway. Period.
Oh my god.
Portal.
Can I wear that?
definitely
No.
I'm definitely willing to take the mithril chain because
There's no
doesn't
strength.
give
There's no strength
disadvantage.
requirement. There's no stealth penalty. It is chainmail, so it is. Is that heavy armor?
Medium.
Is it medium?
Heavy?
It might be heavy. I
It's
don't
a
know.
chain shirt.
It's
Oh my
chainmail.
god.
Forced to chain mail. Oh wow.
It's chainmail.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Okay, so you can all take the chainmail if you want. Let's roll off for the clockwork or the other 4 items. Everyone roll a d20, straight d20 roll.
Never lucky.
Dan got a 12. Dan got a 12. Darren got a 12. Trista got a 19. We got 2 more rolls. Reese got a 17. And Slash, Michael.
I can't roll for it because I can't wear armor.
No, this is for the Wand of Pyrotechnics,
Commons.
Pull of Collapsing, Hat of Wizardry, and Clockwork Amulet.
Oh.
You can take the mithril chain or not take it, your choice. You
No, I
don't.
won't
You
take
can't wear it, but you can have it if you want and loan it to someone else.
Eh.
Anyway, roll d20. We'll see what order you pick the commons in. 8. Okay, first to pick is going to be Trista. Which of those do you want, Trista?
I think I'll go with the clockwork amulet.
Clockwork. Next to go is a tie between... No tie.
Reese.
Reese. Go ahead, Reese.
I want the pole.
Pole. Reese got the
Damn.
pole.
I was trying to look for a bud for mine.
Darren and Zach. Go to Roy roll.
Cool.
Oh.
Zach, what you want?
Darren, do you want that hat?
Yeah, please.
I'll take the wand.
Hat
Oh,
and
thanks.
wand. Okay. And like I said, it might be that you guys can all have all 4 of those. They didn't.
They're all kind of wondrous,
They
anyways.
didn't handle common items very clearly in their write-up. So it'll be in the write-up. If we find out later that y'all get all 4, you can all add them onto your sheet then. Until then, you
Okay.
have these ones that we just split up.
Okay.
All right.
Coolio.
Will you be sending a notice out
I
about the next
will.
one?
I will.
Excellent.
Thanks for playing, everyone.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks, Tom.
Magic.
Have a good night, y'all.